Hey and hello there everyone, welcome back to the bonus stream. It's a bonus for a bonus because I wasn't expecting to do this one. It's the Vivillon shiny hunting stream where I, a voice actor, am on strike and I'm doing bonus streams in addition to the strike streams where I am trying to get one of every Vivillon from every region. Now, I'm actually not getting a new Vivillon today. Because what happened was, when I began this series, I didn't 100% know all the things I was doing, and I didn't have time on one of the days and stuff like that. And I actually had to shiny hunt for a Vivillon off stream. I wasn't able to get it in the short time I had on stream, and I felt really, really bad, and I was like, no, we're getting very close to the end of this challenge. I want to go back and get the Vivillon that I was not able to get live on camera. So I'm going to do that for you guys today. I did mention that there was going to be a bit of a twist. What is the twist? Well, instead of in Pokemon Scarlet, and then pause as I go and scuttle over to my Nintendo Switch. Can you hear the scuttling? We're going to be doing it in Pokemon Violet. Sorry, that was way too long a pause. Scuttling takes a long time, guys. So, we're going to be doing it in Pokemon Violet. My Ice-type team file thing. So, yeah, we're going to be doing it in Pokemon Violet on my Ice-type only Pokemon Challenge save file. Because it was the Icy Snow Vivillon that we weren't able to get. So let's get one in this game, shall we? Why not? I'm going to turn off the light now to enhance my experience. By which I mean making it easier to see. Okay. So, here we go. So here we go. We're going to do this thing, shall we? Hang on, let's turn that off. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Hopefully, well, I gotta hope I actually do have the, the Ice Vivillon thingamajig. Right, Bluetooth, use Bluetooth. Okay, so let's get into our game. Let's go into our postcards, and then we're gonna go, hang on, let's go sender, backpacker, back sender, let's see, we got, hang on, so that one was Anchorage, Alaska. Anchorage, Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, so let's see if we can send this one. Hopefully this gets us to Icy Snow. If it doesn't, then we're going to be ending this stream very early, aren't we? Okay. So, let's go send on this one. Let's go to our Poke Portal. Let's go connect to Pokemon Go. Right, here we go. Yes. Okay, I guess I've never done this. Oh, wait, no! Pair with a... No! Okay, hang on. Do I really have to... Screw it. I'm just gonna go to my Pokemon Violet account. I'm just gonna go to my Pokemon Violet account. We tried, guys. We tried. The scuttling was for nothing. For nothing! I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about this. Hang on one second. I just need to put Pokemon Violet back in the box. Okay, well that was a nice, that was a very lovely romantic idea. I thought I'd just kind of be able to do it, to be honest, but oh well. I thought because I had the Pokemon Go thing all ready to go, it would all be ready to go. But never mind. I don't want to, like, reset my Pokemon Scarlet. Okay, so, let's try this again, shall we? But yes, Kieran, it is that very Vivillon. But yeah, never mind. We will go back to Pokemon Violet one day, because there is actually one thing I need to do in that save file that I, like, never got to do, in my playthrough, but it was fine. Yeah, it was, you know, it was a lovely sort of romanticized idea, but one that ultimately was very, very dumb. Okay, let's go to Mystery Gift. Let's go connect to Pokemon Go. Let's go. Let's go. Pikachu and Eevee. Gonna hold my phone up. It's connecting. That was very quick today. Maybe I should just leave it on the bed all the time. Please let me get an icy snow. Vivillon. Okay, so we're gonna... hang on. We're gonna disconnect the old Bluetooth Reno. And then we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna close the game and this and that and this and that and this and then... And if you understood that reference, kudos. Okay, so let's do this thing. Please be an icy snow. If this turns out to be a polar somehow, I'm gonna be very upset. Oh, I heard some kind of beep. That might have been from my roommate outside. Let's do this thing. No, no, no. I said go to the lighthouse. More like a fight house. Okay. Anyway, guys, how are we doing? How is your Saturday, the 14th of December? Michael Owen's birthday. I didn't really end up talking about that in my other stream. Maybe I'll talk about it today. Or when I say tonight, I mean tonight. Right, come on. The Vivillon. Okay, there's a bunch of hot people. But let's do this. Ah! The kilowatt troll. Don't get me. Don't get me, kilowatt troll. Right, come on. Oh, there we go. Icy snow! You're not shiny, though, are you? Oh, they look so shiny from the back. Oh, this is a terrible idea. Why did I delve back into this? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. But I am determined. We are getting this tonight. I don't care if it takes 4 hours and 23 minutes. We're doing it. We're doing it, okay? So, the Vivillon. Right, here we go. We're going to close... We're going to close out all these Pokemon ahead of us. That didn't make sense. I think I was going to start a different sentence, and then I kind of changed my mind midway through. Happy weekend night stream. More like a weekend fight stream. No, hi, Masters. Hello. Oh, I didn't say hi to people individually, did I? Hi, Masters, Kieran, Tenchi, Xander, Nightbot, Darkness, my old friend. Stream Elements, hello. Redlocks, hello. And maybe Tenchi a second time, because I think I said Tenchi, but I don't know. Forgive me. Okay, cherry tomatoes. I even went and got the ingredients in Pokemon Violet, guys. Right, we're going to do the Kevin pick. We know the Kevin pick is the Kevin trick. More like a Kevin trick. Here we go. We're going to go the bitter, and then the silver pick. Here we go. I did say hi. I thought I had, but better to say it twice. Better to double up than to have not said it at all. Right, here we go. Oh, gosh, the stick was drifting a wee bit there, laddie. Okay, oh, gosh, not great. Oh, Mr. Joystick, you need to actually move when I press you. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Right, okay. More like a cherry tomato. Okay, here we go. Right, the hamburger. Oh, that pushed the tomato. Oh, no! No, that was so unfair. Krusty Krab funfair. Okay. Oh, come on. Not cool, man. How did that push it off? No. No. Okay. Bobby. Oh. Okay. Right. See, like, the onion, like, it hardly affects the cherry tomatoes. But look at that middle pepper. That is a jiggling. Okay. Right, we'll put the pick through the pepper. There we go. Does anyone have Herba Terror Raids? You never know whether you're going to get Herba until you finish. It's only basically... You have to basically like gamble on 5, 6, and 7 star. 7 stars are a little bit more likely, I think, these days. They didn't used to be. And 6 stars are a bit more likely than 7 stars. Here's the one thing I will say. Here's the one thing I will say about Herba. I do feel like I get Herba Mystica more in the DLC Terror Raids than I do in the Paldean ones. So like Kitagami especially, but the raids are harder. Like Snorlax is a real pain. Sparkling Title Encounter. Okay, hopefully I saved my game before we started this. Let's ride! Oh gosh, I hope I did save my game. I hope I did save my game. Oh gosh, I'm now panicking about whether I saved my game. Right, the Vivillon. Let's see if we can get a Vivillon, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. So, why do I remember that today is footballer Michael Owen's birthday? Well, it all begins when I was a kid. No, when I was a kid, my mum made me well, actually, no, she didn't make me. She made us, the children, of the house. No, she made our family... an advent calendar. She used to like sort of knitting or like doing like sewing type stuff, like knitting and sewing, she would get these, like, I don't know if these still, I mean, well, no, these must still exist, but she would get these things, but hopefully you guys know the kind of thing I mean here. She would get these, I feel like I'm much better at looking at these now. I can tell way earlier whether these are shiny or not, which is a good sign, I feel. Although, obviously, when they're in the shadows, it's a bit less optimal. But yeah, anyway, Buck. But she made us this advent calendar. Like, you'd get these, like, sort of sewing kit type things where like, they would kind of have, like, numbers and colors and, like, the patterns, and they would kind of show you the patterns. It'd be, like, sort of like, it'd be, like, imagine if, say, it was, like, here's how to do, like, a pixel art version of this particular character, and it would, like, draw it out and, like, label it with numbers, you know. One of those, like, sort of color things where, like, a certain number corresponds to a certain color, like that type of thing, right? Yeah, I definitely feel more confident about this today. The other day, I was, like, 10 days ago or whatever, I just felt like, oh gosh, this is terrifying, but I actually feel way more confident about this now. I feel better at looking at Vivillon. Yumna, hello, lovely to see you. Welcome. So lovely to see you. Good evening. Happy Saturday, the 14th of December, Michael Owen's birthday. I'm telling the story of why I keep spouting that random fact, and why it makes me think of snowmen. So my mum made this advent calendar, one of these little sewing project things, and she made it in, it's this little advent calendar with these little pouches, and each pouch was, like, they were kind of like these small little pouches, and in each day, you would put, like, a little treat or a sweet, like you would in a proper advent calendar. And yeah, so you'd kind of put the different treats in the advent calendar. We'd put a different treat in the advent calendar, like, each morning, rather than, like, put 24 in on the 1st of December, because, the candy would, like, get stale by the end of the 3 weeks if you just left it on a, like, in a little pouch for 3 weeks with, like, no, air sealing, airtight qualities to it. But yeah, and, like, each day had a little different, had a different little sort of Christmas-themed image on it, right? So there'd be, like, holly, and, like, Father Christmas was on, like, the 24th day, or Santa Claus, Klaus, as you might call him. Yeah, so all these things, there's, like, a drum, I think, for the little drummer boy, and, they're just all these little cliche Christmas things. Maybe there's, like, a reindeer on one, I can't remember. But yeah, so there are all these different little things that kind of went through the days. And on the 14th day of Christmas, my advent calendar gave to me a snowman. Yeah, it was a snow, and they had a snowman on that day, and so I just thought, and it was also Michael Owen's birthday, and so I guess, like, around the time we got that advent calendar, I found out it was, like, Michael Owen's birthday, and I've just always remembered that for, like, my whole life. And then a few years later, I believe it was also the day that they got Saddam Hussein as well, or, like, the news that they had got him had broken up that day. If you look up on Google, like, when did they get Saddam Hussein, it's gonna be, like, the 13th or 14th of December. Espion, what are you doing? So look that up and tell me. But yeah, but basically, if it was, like, the 13th of December, the news of it broke on, like, the 14th of December, or they just got him on the 14th of December, because on the UK, don't forget, the UK are quite far ahead of America, so it might have been, like, the next day that, like, people in the UK found out. But yeah, but that was, so I remember those three things: Saddam Hussein, footballer Michael Owen, and snowmen. Do you guys, this is where it leads into my conversation point, before you think Beau has gone absolutely stark raving mad. No, I haven't. Not yet, anyway. That's for next week. Here's my conversation topic of the day. Are there any weird, like, associations that you guys have in your head, and, like, a quick little summary of the story, why you have that association? Are there any weird, like, I always think of this when, like, this movie is on, or I always think of this when I see that animal, or I always think of this when, like, is there just anything? I always think of, like, I always think of blah 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 when I smell, like, shoe leather, because I got a new pair of shoes when this thing happened. Like, do you have any weird associations that you kind of pair up, like, in a weird way? Like, let me know. And if no one lets me know, then I really will just seem like a madman. Oh yes, Yumna makes a good point. Stars and sparkles and sparkles and stars. Let's see if we can get this thing in the first half an hour. Also, let me know how many minutes you think this sandwich is going to take. We're 6 minutes into this. We've got 24 minutes left. How many minutes left on the clock do you think we'll have? Tenchi's going to put 9:08, but put it in the comments anyway. You were pretty close, Tenchi. You were pretty close yesterday. So maybe today you'll be even closer. Also, I think I do need to have water because I've had a lot of indulgent food today and just like salty food. So it's something. Okie dokie. Let's have a look at this. The Vivillon. But see, look how those are like spawning behind me or to like the left of me. It's not ideal. Not ideal. Right. Let's see what we got here. Right, Vivillon, turn around. Turn around, Neville. Okay. If you understood that reference, kudos. You probably won't unless you're in the UK. Tenchi, you probably have more, but your brain can't think about right now. But you always think of me when you see a rainbow. Oh, well, that's very sweet. But yes. Hang on. Well, oh gosh, so too many Vivillon are spawning. There are too many Vivillon. Like, I just want to look at this one in the corner, and then I want to turn around, and I want to, there we go. Relaxing piano. Oh, we need to trash these butterflies. You ugly butterflies that didn't show up until you were off camera. You failures of butterflies. You failing failures who stink of failure. You smell as boring as your color pattern is. Their color pattern's actually pretty cool, though. It looks pretty rockin'. But don't tell them that, because they suck. These guys suck. Oh, Weiss, you got a shiny Necrozma today. I'm going to assume in Pokemon Go rather than Pokemon Sword and Shield, because that'd be pretty wild if you got one on a Necrozma raid day. But nice. Kayla, hello. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. And Cramorant, hi. Oh my gosh. Guys, if you have not clicked like on the video, please do it. Loads of people are joining all of a sudden. Well done. Lovely to see you guys. Thank you for joining me on the night stream. More like a fight stream. But no, lovely to see you guys. Oh, hang on, we need to look at this. Vivillon. Okay, that's not shiny. Oh, but then there are more over here. No. Oh, Flamigo, my amigo, my buddy. But we Mexicans, like Mexican Pokemon, when we're trying to, get a Pokemon from Alaska, how dare? We can only have Alaskan Pokemon show up. Golduck, are you Alaskan? If not, then get out of here. Okay. So also, Kayla. Oh, you're doing all right, drawing and relaxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside the school. That's good to hear. Hopefully, there are a couple of guys who are up to no good, starting to make trouble in your neighborhood. But hopefully that's not an issue. But hey, maybe you'll get to join your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. And then we would be geographically close. That would be kind of fun. We could do Dynamax adventures together in person. Live. Actually, I wonder who... This isn't your guys' opportunity to, like, tell me where you live. That's not why I'm saying this. Do not post in the chat where you live or where you are. But I do actually wonder, like, who out of our Dynamax adventurers and our Vivillon hunters, who are the ones geographically closest to me? I know there were a couple of people back in the day on the streams. There was... I can't remember who now. I can't remember the name. It's like on the top tip of my tongue. I know exactly who they are. But there were a couple of people where they were, like, based in California. So I guess those people would have been, like, some of the closest to me. But yeah, some of you could be very close to me, and yet, in my head, you're all equally distant apart. Equidistant. Right, Vivillon, the Vivillon, the Vivillon. Okay. Cramorant, you were in California in November. Tenchi is in the wonderful land of Canada. And then, okay, let's see. Yeah, please don't send me your social security numbers and blood types. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Right, the Vivillon. The Vivillon. He's broken, guys. Beau is broken. Okay, here we go. Vivillon. Vivillon is the champion. Please let me get a shiny quickly so we can get one for Kieran. And then here we go. Let's do this thing. I haven't been this way. Okay, if we are getting some Vespiquen appearing this way, that means we need to turn around. We need to make like Harry McIntyre and turn around. Okay. So, right. Let's see what we got here. Please don't sue me, Okay, let's see what we got. By the I mean okay, here we go. Wait, hang on, what did Kayla do? Oh, you're actually close to Tenchi. That's quite funny. Well, then you two need to hang out. Start a podcast. Because if there's one thing the world needs more of, it's podcasts. Okay. You know, everyone should have a podcast. That is the world we need to live in. Oh, hang on, what's that? Oh, we already live in that world? Ah, okay. Okay. So, but no, you still could, though. You could actually have, like, a good one. Oh, is that one? No. Oh, dang. Okay, that one looked like it was shiny for a second, but it wasn't. Okay. Definitely harder to see from a distance. When you're up close to them, it's easy, but when you're not, it's, très difficile. Okay, let's have a look what we got here. No. Here we go. Yes and no. Yes and no. Here we go. Yes and no. You could totally never do a live. No, you edit it. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. It actually has been colder here in California. Like, it's been getting cold, like, before the sun. Because a few weeks ago, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it gets pretty cold once the sun goes down. Now it's getting cold, like, before the sun goes down, like, when I'm, like, feeding cats and stuff like that. It's been getting pretty cold the last few days. I think I am going to, like, keep my gloves in my pocket just because, like, my hands have been getting cold. That's how I know it's, like, it is genuinely beginning to get cold when, like, your hands get cold. It's when the hands get cold that you are not good yet. You had snow and it's not winter yet. December's winter. I know technically it's like it's after the equinox. It's December 22nd or whatever. But like no, like December, January, February, that is winter, okay? They are winter. March, April, May are summer. June, July, August are I think I said so. I meant spring, and then sorry, hang on. March, April, May are spring, and then like June, July, August are summer, and then September, October, November are autumn. That is the rules. I do not make them. I don't care if it's like, well, actually, it's the end of December when winter begins, and it's the end of March when spring begins, and it's the end of June when no, that's the rule. Okay, I'm sorry, but the beginning of September is not summer. Like, it is just not. Okay. Okay, but anyway, you haven't seen snow in 8 years. Also, hi Sarah. But yeah, there's like December is like a win. So I know technically, like it is like I think it is like after the equinox, isn't it? Like when like, you know, winter officially starts or whatever. Like, oh, the first day of winter. But like December is a winter month, and I'm sorry, but like a date like September 3rd. September 3rd is not summer, okay? It's not summer. No one's like, beautiful summer day like in like September. No one is saying that. You're like, cool. Like, if it's hot in September, you're like, oh, blooming egg, it's warm for September. Like, oh, like, you know, you might be like, wow, we're getting one little last burst of summer. But that's more like summer is overstaying its welcome. You know, like, oh, wow, so summer's overstaying its welcome. Like, no one's kind of... So, anyway, that's my theory. My seasonal theory. But there we go. Right, okay. The Vivillon. Come on, baby. Dang it. Shut up, baby. You know it. Sorry, I don't know why I'm like thinking of Bender quotes all of a sudden, but my favorite Bender quote is the one from it's the one. I'm gonna ruin the moment because I promise it's like just funny if you watch it. But there's an episode where they go to like Kif's home planet, and he kind of like mocks this like ugly-looking creature sort of thing or whatever, and then the creature like begins to eat him, and he's like, ah, 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 like he's really like freaking out, right? And he's like, kind of thing, like, you know, and then the thing like spits him out, kind of thing, and so he gets like propelled away. Like being spat out, and he kind of like lands on his feet, and although he's like a bit disheveled, he like just lands like perfectly on his feet, like lights a cigar, puts it in his mouth, like takes a puff, and he's like, I'm back, baby. It's just so smooth and funny, and his transition from like mocking this creature to being eaten to this creature to like just perfectly landing back on his feet, and then like, you know, smoking a cigar. I'm back, baby. It's great. It's a really funny. The line delivery on the, you know, from the like, I'm back, baby. It's great. It's great. You gotta love it. Okay. It's my favorite Bender bit. Oh, hang on. You there, boy. What day is this? The day we destroy every last one of them. Okay. Nope. No. So yeah, I know it's a weird thing. I know when I say like destroy every last one of them, I'm technically kind of like referring to a video game when I say that, but it's one of those things where I don't think it. I think the strike rules kind of pertain to like certain games, and they have to be certain games and like ones that you're in, but like games and like what one they're in, and so it's like if I'm referring to like an old game that I don't think like applies to the rules and stuff like that, it's just one of those things where it's like, well, I'm not like, there aren't people listening to me make a joke, like there aren't people watching this stream who like watch me slice up a Vivillon and go like, you know, like destroy every last one of them, and then like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and buy that particular Nintendo game that he's not even saying the name of the title of. Like, that's like not a thing that's happening. So I'm not gonna like take my, you know, my sort of own personal rules that far. Do you know what I mean? If I do accidentally like make a reference to a video game that's not really a part of the strike or anything, I'm not gonna like beat myself up over about it, and hopefully I don't get sued, because I shouldn't be. Right, okay, here we go. Right, you there, boy. What day is this? I keep seeing the bottom of their heads, not the top of their heads. Let's see. You might chuckle at my comment, Beau. Hang on, I do need to go back and look at it. Here's the funny thing. Your favorite season is autumn. You're Canadian. You adore the many colors of autumn, and it's ironic as look at the last name of my username. I mean, it is a nice, funny coincidence. It very much is. But yeah, but let's see. Yumna, you live in a tropical country. Be like, oh, whoa, you got a 15, 14, 15 Necrozma? That for like for your shiny? That's amazing. Sorry, I just really need to have a sip of water. Exactly. I'm not really like promoting the game. Like, again, someone might be, but you're kind of glorifying it by like quoting, like sort of paraphrasing an iconic moment from it, and it's just like, there's a difference between all these things, guys. You know, it's like, do you know what I mean? If we say something like, oh, so and so's like an NPC, like if we kind of like refer to someone as like an NPC, like in real life or whatever, it's like, oh, is that promoting games? Like, no, you know. So you have to kind of take your. I don't think there's anyone who is like having a go out there, but it's one of those things where I'm not going to beat myself up for. You know, I'm going to try and, like, not talk about video games where, like, voice acting is a prominent part of them. I'm not going to try and, like, gush over them too much or anything. But I am still going to, like, loosely refer to them sometimes if they fit a certain funny beat or moment, really. Right, you're not shiny. I'm going to take a video of you, though, because I swear you looked kind of shiny from a distance. Hang on, hang on, let me just very quickly look at this video. Hang on. Right, hang on, when did this one appear? Hang on. Oh, there. Hang on. Oh, hang on. There's a teeny bit there. See, its head kind of looks white there. There's a point where, like, the black kind of pops in. There. Just there. Can you see how it's kind of different? It sort of looks more white. There, that looks more white and grey. Right? Like, the head kind of looks white there with, like, black eyes. But then, boom, it kind of flicks to black. Very weird thing. Okay, anyway, Bog. I need to, like, do more research on this. Anyway, Bog, let's do this thing. How long do we have left? Oh, 11 minutes. Okay, that's not good. Chat, let's do some stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars, just for good luck. Just to see if we can get the Vivillon. I'm determined to get this one on camera this time. Even if it takes me till, like, midnight. Ugh, please. Am I tempting fate by saying that? I hope I'm not. I just want to watch the new J-Rose video and maybe the My Dry Bread one as well. And I just want to do it whilst relaxing. But not before some bad guys who are up to no good start causing trouble in my neighborhood. I just want to be chillaxing and relaxing. Maxing, all cool, and whatever. However all that goes, because I've kind of got lost in the Vivillon now. Oh, no, see, they're just far spread apart. Look, there are ones all the way over there, right? And these look like shiny from a distance. But then there are ones over here, and it's like, if I go check out these ones over here, those ones over there are going to despawn. But if those ones over there despawn, then it's not good, man. And I know I said a thing where it's like, oh, shinies don't despawn, but that's kind of like if you are within range of them or whatever, like, you know. So, anyway, Buck. Sarah, you've had a lot of glitches lately. Ooh. Yeah, no, we gotta get one quickly for Kayla. Weiss, you're waiting for Latias now. Oh, for, like, the Mega in Pokemon Go. That makes sense. That's cool. Okay, here we go. Come on, Sarah Ledge. Come on. Right, sorry, I got caught up thinking about stuff in my head there. And I need to be focusing on talking. I can't be thinking about other guys. I need to be thinking about you guys and talking to you guys. I'm about to, like, I should just send you guys the link to the video of this, because it's way funnier than I'm about to tell it. But Luke Evans, there's a funny story involving Luke Evans, who's the actor who played Gaston in the live-action Beauty and the Beast. If you know him, he's a good actor. He was in one of the Fast and the Furious movies. Very good actor, like, seemingly sort of cool guy. Again, you have to be careful, because, like, I haven't met him. I don't know him, but he seems cool, for what I know. And he, like, he was a good Gaston. He had a story where he was doing Miss Saigon on, like, the West End, which is basically, you know, like, Broadway in the UK. So he was on the West End. He was in a performance of Miss Saigon. He'd been doing it for, like, a few months, you know, so he'd be doing, like, you know, like 8 times a week for several months or whatever. But basically, like, his parents finally came to, like, see him after, like, a few months. They hadn't had a chance to, like, watch him in the show, but they finally got tickets, and they were able to watch him. And so he was doing this performance one night, and he sort of said he'd been doing the show for so long, like, he got very sort of familiar with it and comfortable with it, and because his parents were there, I think he was kind of, like, singing the song he was singing, like, kind of on autopilot, you know? And so there was kind of a part of his brain, as he was, like, doing his thing, where he kind of then began thinking of other things. And I think he was kind of thinking about, like, oh, my parents are here, where might we go for, like, dinner afterwards or whatever. There was just something in the back of his mind, kind of beginning to think about something else. And then suddenly, he, like, forgot his lines. And he was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And so he's singing the song, and then he kind of remembered the tune enough or whatever, so he's kind of like, you know, so he kind of did that, and then, like, he sort of snapped back into it, and he remembered where he needed to be, and he kind of carried on singing, and he, you know, and then he got through the rest of the show, and he didn't, like, think about anything else, and his mind was just laser focused on the show, and he did the rest of the show. But he was very embarrassed, and he had this mess up, and, you know, and it's the night his parents are there, and he's feeling embarrassed. And so he goes to see his parents afterwards, you know, like, he gets out the dressing room or whatever and is ready to leave with them, and he meets his parents afterwards, and he's like, Mom, Dad, oh, like, I'm so sorry. And his mum's like a little bit confused. And she's like, sorry, like, sweetheart, what are you sorry for? And he's like, the song, I messed up the song. And she's still kind of like, what are you talking about? He's like, the song, like, the song in the middle, the, you know, the blah, blah, blah song. Like, I messed up, I forgot my words. And, you know, like, when I had to, like, sort of hum through those few words and stuff because I'd forgotten where I was. And she was like, oh, that bit. I thought you were singing in Vietnamese. And and it's just sort of this funny story about, like, you know, how she didn't, like, know that he had, like, forgotten his words because she just thought it was, like, part of the musical. Just very, very innocently, like, didn't realize and thought he was just, like, singing in a foreign language because it's a play. You know, so it just kind of like that's quite a funny, silly thing. And that's kind of where, but I just kind of thought of that then, like, as my mind kind of drifted off, I began thinking of other things. I was like, Beau, you have to still talk to your audience when you are streaming. Right, okay, 619. Vietnamese is a cool language on that. No, I bet it is. Basically, languages are cool, and it's a shame that, like, English is kind of such a dominant one because it's a very, I mean, English is a very flexible language, but it's also just like a really, really dumb one that kind of has all these rules that contradict each other. Again, I was talking about German the other day. German is nice because it is very, you know, it is rigid and formulaic and, you know, so, but English's sort of looseness is kind of part of the appeal of it in a way. But obviously you do get all these videos where you're like, you know, like, for example, I went to university in a place called Loughborough, and it's Lough and then Boroughh. So I just said a word with, like, Ough in it twice, Loughborough. So the Oughs, it has two different Oughs that, like, have different sounds in them. You know, so, like, it doesn't make sense. And like, Ough, like, I mean, when you think of Ough, there are, like, 7 different ways to say Ough. There's, like, through, right? There's though. There's, like, tough. You know, there's, like, as in borough. You know, and then there are, like, some others that I can't think of as well. But yeah, so it's just like, oh, there's ow, like, there's a place called Slough in the UK, like Slough. So there's, like, ow, so there's, like, ow, ooh, it does not make sense. It does not make sense. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, that one. Okay, I think sometimes when they flap their wings, it kind of makes, like, and if they're at a particular angle and their wings are flapping in a certain way, it makes them look shiny. I swear. Why do these Espeons keep appearing as well? I'm very confused. Okay. So, let's see the Vivillon. Wait, hang on. Oh, I thought, okay, my Cerulege, I thought my Cerulege was, like, dead then, but I think it was just the experience bar was, like, filled, and it looked like it had no health left. Okay, that was kind of weird. Oh, yeah, okay, that was weird. Right. Okay. Let's see what we go. To transfer everything you want from Go, it's going to take, like, a year. See, Weiss. Okay, so that's a very interesting point. Now, in theory, okay, I've got 3 minutes left. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. So Weiss. I did a big blog about that still gets hits on my website, even though I wrote it a couple of years ago. But I talked about that. Pokemon Go, right? So I don't know if there are any of you who play Pokemon Go or used to play Pokemon Go. If you ever had any shinies in Pokemon Go, just, I don't know, pay attention to what I'm about to say. Pokemon Go is a game that, like, it has an expiry date, right? Like, there will come a time where Pokemon Go is, like, no longer a profitable or viable thing. Like, it's like, it needs all this geo world location data. You need to have it, like, accessible everywhere all over the world. It's, like, a big deal. And Niantic were like a small company that exploded into a big company that is like downsizing into a medium company. But a day will come where they, you know, they will downsize yet again, but they'll kind of question how much they need to downsize before they just pull the plug. Like when, you know, and particularly if they do have any other successes, like say in the AI VR space or whatever the heck they're doing, they are, you know, they are like Pokemon Go is there's gonna come a point where Pokemon Go, because of like how ambitious it is, there is gonna come a point where Pokemon Go is basically just like the amount of hassle it takes to maintain Pokemon Go is gonna outweigh like how much money it makes and how successful it is and stuff like that. Because a game like, say, like Fire Emblem Heroes, you know, might be like, say, you know, it might not be as much to upkeep. Like, yes, you got to keep coming up with events and stories, but you don't need all this like real-world geolocation stuff, and you don't need all these like super-duper lifetime specific events that you have to constantly create like bugs and patches and maintenance for, and you know, so it's probably a bit more easy to maintain or something like that, right? But Pokemon Go is like, it's a bit of a there are some behemoth-y elements and aspects to it, right? Okay, let's have a quick look. Come on, Vivillon. Please. Please, I don't want to have to make another sandwich. It'd be lovely if we could get this right away. I've been doing all the right looking, I'm pretty sure. Okay. But anyway, Bark. Oh gosh, hang on. Let's let all these Vivillon, like, gather around me so I can see if they're whether they're shiny or not, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. You there, boy. Turn around. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Lovely stuff. So, right. So, but yeah, so Pokemon Go, like, it has an expiration date, right? There will come a day where, like, they will pull the plug on it, and because it relies on servers and stuff like that, there's not going to be, like, a downloadable version or something. There probably won't be some kind of, like, downloadable version that lasts forever. Maybe there will, but there's still going to be servers. There's still going to be things where, like, connecting it to Pokemon Home is, like, not going to work. And do you know what I mean? There's going to be stuff like that. So, so it's just one of those things where it's gonna have an expiration date. Because here's the thing as well: they are rapidly, like, there will be a Gen 10 in like a year, right? And they'll be able to eke out the game to introduce the Gen 10 Pokemon. But like, you know, and they'll probably be able to eke it out for like Gen 11 as well or whatever. But like, they're not going to be able to keep eking it out every 3 years because Pokemon Go players have gotten used to like 100 Pokemon being introduced like every year. And if we're only getting like 100 Pokemon every 3 years, there's going to come a time where this game is going to get boring. Well, Pokemon Go is going to get boring. Hang on, did we run out of time? Yes, we did. Okay, let's try this again then. And so, you know, there's going to come a time where they're not going to be able to, like, just drip out the content. And so, basically, you know, it is going to happen. There will come a day where, like, just the game will be less successful. Because here's another thing as well. They make a lot of their money off of, like, say, incubators and raid passes, right? Like, those are the big winners. And also, like, tickets for events. But here's the thing. If people get, like, everything as shiny, you know, a time is going to come where, you know, there are going to be fewer and fewer people buying those event passes, the little $5 things, the $15 things, whatever they are. Like, that will stop because people will be like, oh, well, I have a shiny of all these Pokemon. I don't need to, like, buy this ticket, you know. It's like, oh, you know, they have released shinies of, like, Jirachi and Shaman and Mew and Celebi, and so it's like people have got these things, and there's only going to be so few of them left, right? Like, they are going to run out of these Pokemon who they can do shinies for. They're going to run out of Pokemon they can do raids for. Okay, so we are going to do the salty sandwich, because that second salty sandwich, we always like doing a salty sandwich second, but we will still do the Kevin pick. So, like, it's just one of those things where, you know, but like the day is gonna come where, you know, they're gonna run out of stuff, and the people who do all the raids or whatever, they spend like 50, 80 raid passes or whatever, like, those people are gonna stop buying raid passes, because it's like, oh, here's Lugia and Ho-Oh again, I have them. And they'll do their things like, oh, well, here's like a Shadow Lugia, or here's Lugia in a hat, but there is gonna come a time where people are gonna go like, nah, I don't care about a Lugia in a hat, I have a shiny Lugia, I don't need a shiny Lugia in a hat. There will still be people who care, but there's not going to be that many people who care. You know, people are just going to be like, Lugia in a hat, I don't really care. As long as I've got a shiny or one of them, I'm good with it, right? So the game has an exclamation point, an expiration point. An exclamation point is like a conclusory thing as well, but still. But it has an expiration point. That's the point. And so, this is the thing that I tell people. Because of that, again, it may not happen for many years. It may take like a decade or something, right? Like, it may take like 10 years or something like that for like the servers to go offline and Pokemon Go to like not be a thing anymore, right? But the simple fact is, though, that it is going to happen, and I do think people should be aware of that. And if you have like shiny legendary Pokemon that you want to have in your Pokemon, in like your mainline Pokemon games, remember, you can only trade one shiny legendary Pokemon every week. Now, you could save up your coins, and they probably will have a bit of a fire sale on the like Pokemon Go coins, and allowing them for like, you know, allowing you to transfer more Pokemon to Pokemon Home faster. Like, yeah, they may do that. They may have a bit of a fire sale on that. Like, oh, don't forget you can trade your Pokemon to Pokemon Go. Here's like some deals on coins and to refuel your energy or whatever. But the point is that typically, if you don't want to spend money, it takes about a week to do one shiny legendary Pokemon. So if you have like 20 shiny legendary Pokemon that you want to have in your mainline games, the game is probably going to have like a 6-month expiration date, okay? Like, mobile games that shut down, they often only give you a window of like 6 weeks to 3 months. Now, the biggest ones may give you like 6 months, but realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if when Pokemon Go ends, if they only give you like 3 months notice. If they go in 3 months, like, you know, in 3 months we're going to shut down the servers. You know, we're going to have one more season or whatever. But like, just don't be surprised if that's how it goes down. 3 months, that's it. And that's like 13 weeks. And it's like, so if you have more than like 13 shinies that you want to transfer to your games, you would sort of better think about whether you want to do any of them early or have a plan for it, you know? If you have Pokemon and they just sit in your game and you never have them as your buddy, you never use them in battles, you can't put them in gyms, you don't use them in raids, all that other stuff. If you have a Pokemon where it just sits in a box digitally, like on your phone, it may as well sit in a box digitally on your phone and / your Switch with Pokemon Home. Like, it's the same thing. Like, if it's something you're gonna lose, like if it's something you've like paid money for as well, don't just like lose it someday. Let it live on in your games, because it can do that, you know. Now, yes, you're not gonna be able to transfer the Pokemon with a hat. I'm sorry, hatted Pokemon friends, but like for other stuff though. And so yeah, the legendaries where like they're shiny but they don't have good stats, and I don't use them in battle, I transfer them over. I kept a Ho-Oh in my game for like several years because it was like the best Ho-Oh I had. My shiny Ho-Oh was my best Ho-Oh. But then I got a Ho-Oh that I think was like weather boosted and had the exact same stat distribution. And the Ho-Oh I already hadn't been like recommended to me for raids for a long time, because things like my Charizard and my other fire types were way more powerful, and so my game would recommend them for raids. Like, to use Ho-Oh would be to like weaken myself in raids. And so I was kind of like, yeah, the game hasn't recommended my shiny Ho-Oh for like 6 months, a year, like a really long time. And so I was like, well, then I may as well now finally transfer this Ho-Oh. It's kind of like, you know, I had a shiny Tyranitar that didn't have very good stats. I then got a different one with better stats. So I was like, okay, well, now I can transfer the not so good Tyranitar into my games. You know, like that's kind of how it went down. So it's kind of like if you kind of like notice that you have shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go, shiny legendaries, where you're like, you know what, I don't really need this in Pokemon Go, consider moving it into Pokemon Home, because again, the game is not going to be around forever. It has been losing money consistently for the past... Well, when I say it's been losing money for the past years, I do not mean the game has been not making a profit. It's still been making a profit, and a very good profit, and a profit that a lot of games would envy. But like I said, the game is a far bigger game that probably costs far more to run and maintain. Like, that is a thing. And so there is going to come a day where... maybe they might have a year or two where they, like, lose money, where it, like, makes less money, it costs more money to run than it is making. But, like, if that happens for, like, a year or two, they're not going to let that keep happening. You know, they're going to only lose money for, like, a year or two. If they lose money for, like, a year, in, like, a year, like, that's when you need to be like, okay, they could pull the plug on this game. If this game is, like, no longer making a profit, I mean, I think that they could pull it when it's not making enough profit, right? Because, again, they're not going to, like, sort of let the game lose money for, like, years and years and years. It's going to be when it's just not making enough money, let alone when it's, like, losing money. Do you know what I mean? That just makes good business sense. If you're, like, not making enough money, if you kind of see the writing on the wall, then you pull the plug before the wall is written on, you know? Or, sorry, that metaphor doesn't work. But you know what I mean, right? If you had a business and, you know, it was making you, like, you know, 100 grand a year or something like that, and then it's like, and then it starts making like 50, and then it starts making 20, and, you know, and then it's making 15 or something. It's like, well, like, oh, $15,000 in a year, that's not really enough to, like, you know, like, that's the amount of profit you make, that, or something like that. It's like, or, you know, it's like, but that's not really enough to run on, and particularly given the old numbers we have, like, if you see that trend going downwards, it's like, Pokemon Go isn't going to last forever. Anyway, sorry, what is everyone saying? Weiss, you are one of those people who buy raid passes. But see, that's the thing, Weiss. There are going to come times, or there probably are times already, where, like, you do not, like, where you do not buy passes, right? Like, so if they have an event and it's like, oh, Mewtwo's back. Like, if you have a shiny Mewtwo, you're not going to be, like, going really, really hard for Mewtwo. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, again, it's an interesting thing, and kind of to, like, sort of say what Tenchi's saying, or to do with what Tenchi's saying. That's the thing, when you have this, like, base source material, there's kind of, like, only so much you can kind of do with it, and it's kind of why, in some ways, a game like Fire Emblem Heroes may have more longevity, because they can keep coming up with these new stories, and they have like 30 years worth of characters to pull from, and you can give them different skins and outfits, and a character with like a sexy Christmas outfit is going to be way more appealing than like a Lugia with a Santa hat. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the way, you know, people are going to care way more about their waifu in like, oh, a very nice outfit, than like, oh, Merry Christmas. So yeah, you know, and if you understand, and if you got that pun, then congratulations. If you caught that pun, if you thought I just said ho ho ho, no, I did not. But there we go. So yeah, heck, even that's thing, Mewtwo hasn't been in the game for a long time. That is true. Deoxys is hard to get, can't be traded. That's true. But yeah. But yeah, so it's just one of those things where, like, yes, there are going to be raids where you're still like, I need that thing to come back. But there are a lot of them where you're like, well, I already have that. Like, oh, well, I'm not going to bother going out in the cold and the dark for, like, that raid hour, because I already have that Pokemon as shiny. You know, like, that is a thing that's going to happen, and that is a thing that's going to happen more and more. It may not be happening loads now, but it is happening more than it did, like, say, 3 years ago. And it's going to be happening more 3 years from now than it is now, and definitely way more than 3 years prior, like, sort of thing. Like, can you see what I'm saying? Like, 3 years ago, maybe you still had a lot of legendary Pokemon to get. Well, heck, maybe you still have a bunch who you need to get now, but in 3 years, you probably are going to have those things. Like, when Mewtwo does come back, you're probably going to go hard for it. You're probably going to have saved up your passes that you're not spending on the things you already have, that you've been saving up for that one day when Mewtwo comes back. And that's the thing that's going to happen. And so, yeah, it's just this thing where Don't know if they'll ever do shiny Mew, Jirachi, or Celebi again. I think they will. And when they do, I do need to, like, do a bunch of... I need to do the Mew and the Jirachi. Celebi I'm good for, but I don't need to do... I don't need to do... but I do need to do the Mew and the Jirachi. For some reason, I thought I had a shiny Mew, but I think I just, like, had some kind of event Mew that, like, wasn't shiny, but I, like, mistook it for... Hang on, why did you not attack anyone, Sarah Ledge? Okay. Gotta check the stuff's not shiny. Okay. Right, the Vivillon. Right. But anyway, Bark. But that's the thing, like, you could, like, yes, if you can get, like, multiple Jirachi tickets or something, there will be people who do it, like, multiple times. But, like, most people, once they've got their one, they're not going to do it again. And there are a lot of people who aren't even going to do it once. They're not going to look at, like, a shiny Jirachi as worth, like, several dollars or whatever. You know, maybe, like, there are just going to be a bunch of people who are, like, free to play. Or they might, like, spend a bit of money occasionally to get some passes or whatever, but they're not going to spend, like, $5 or $10 or $15 on a thing. Like, again, these things, like, just... Again, it is all going to lessen and wane. There are going to be people who get the things they want, and then when they, like, recycle those things, it's going to be like, oh, I have that. Oh, I already have a shiny of that. I already have a shiny of that raid Pokemon. I already have a shiny of that thing that can hatch from eggs. Like, oh, I don't, you know, like, oh, I don't really need to buy incubators anymore because there's just not really anything from eggs that I need anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is a thing that's going to happen because it's just mathematics. It's just mathematics. If you do enough raids, you will get shinies. It's the whole point behind the strike streams. If I sit down and I do enough Dynamax adventures, I will get all 47 Pokemon as shiny. Yes, in theory, in game theory, it's going to take 4,700 Dynamax adventures, okay? But, like, guys, I've already done, like, 600 of them. Over 600. Like, maybe even closer to, like, 700 now. I've already done, like, 700. So it's, like, 700 down, 4,000 to go. And I've already got, like, 8 of the shinies. So if you just reset that and you say, okay, well, I actually need, like, 39 shinies. That's 3,900 more. I've done, like, 600. I need to do 3,900 more. It's like I have done, like, you know, a sixth. Like, what I need to do, I just need to do that 6 more times. So what I've done in 4 months... So I just need to do that 6 more times. So that's like 24 months, 2 years. So like in 2 years, I will have all the Dynamax adventures, legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Like, give or take a few months, you know. But like, that's about it. And that's just maths. That's just how probability and numbers and you do a thing enough times, you're gonna get it. And that's true for the shinies. And that's just the thing about Pokemon Go. And they don't have enough Pokemon to kind of sustain it. They're not going to be able to... But again, that's not the point. They're not trying to make something that's going to last forever. They've made something that, again, has an expiration date. So if you have Pokemon, like, create a tag. You can create the little tags, create tags for Pokemon, and call it, like, home, Home for Pokemon Home, or eventual home, or something like that. If you already have one where you're, like, Pokemon you send to Pokemon Home. But, like, create a tab called Eventual Pokemon Home. I have an Eventual Home tag that I put on Pokemon. They're, like, the legendaries with good stats. It's like, I don't really want to... Like, that actually kind of is cool to have in Pokemon Go, because it's actually kind of good. But if I get, like, a shiny legendary where it's got, like, like 11, 12, 11 or something like that, and it's a physically offensive it's like an offensive Pokemon, then it's like, that's not really going to be very useful. I'm not going to use that in raids. I can't put it in gyms. I can't do anything with it. It just sits there. And it's like, if it's going to sit somewhere, it may as well sit in Pokemon Home rather than in Pokemon Go. Because, you know, if I have it sat in my Pokemon Go, that is like a week's worth of transfer energy that I could be losing down the line. Like, there could be something else that I want to transfer over. So, you know, so I kind of have, like, the, you know, the Pokemon that I will transfer, like, and then what it means is that when the game does expire, I can just transfer, like, over all my hundos, like, just my actual, like, just general hundos, not shundos. I only have one shundo. I will trade over that shundo someday. That's the thing, that shundo, I will trade that over someday. I won't trade it over right away, but, like, it kind of has its uses in Pokemon Go. It could be quite good. So I'll keep it in Pokemon Go. But the things that aren't of even any use to me in Pokemon Go, like, I can't put them in gyms, I can't raid with them, I can't do anything with them. Pokemon Go storage is an illusion, it seems. So yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where like it could be. It is one of those things where like it could be, you know, basically you almost could be like creating an issue for yourself someday. You could be like forcing your own sort of storage and transfer issue. And so if you have a Pokemon where you're like, oh yeah, I have a shiny one of those. I forgot I had a shiny one of those. I never use it in battle. You know, I don't know. Keep it in mind. Like, you know, consider transferring it to Pokemon Home earlier. If it's something you want to eventually transfer someday, ask yourself the question, why have I not transferred it already? Because if your answer is, if you don't really have a tangible answer, if you don't have, well, because I battle with it, or like, oh, I like to, or it's an XXL, so I can get rewards from it when I put it in the showcase. Like, fine, if you have a use for it, that's fine. But if your answer is, well, I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of don't want to. I'm not feeling it. Like, the vibes, man, the vibes. It's like, forget the vibes. We want statistics and data and analysis. That's what we believe in here at Beau Video Games. Science. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Tenchi, it's why you don't get emotionally attached to anything you hatch in Masters. Yeah, because, yeah, you're not going to be able to, like, transfer them. Weiss, you have 5 shiny Feebas in Go. How many do you have in your... Do you mind if I ask how many you have in, like, the regular games? Do you have one from, like, Sword and Shield? Or anything like that? Because, again, if your answer is no, you know, if I don't know, if, like, 2 of them were Pokemon you were going to transfer to, like, Pokemon Home someday, ask yourself the question, why do I have 5 of these in Go... when I could have 3 of them in Go, and 2 of them, like a Feebas and a Milotic, in, like, my Home and in my Sword. It's a thing. Like, that's, you know, that's kind of the question. But let's see, hang on, what did everyone else put? So basically, we all dislike short Pokemon events. Yes, exactly. I'm hoping that somewhere... out there is a way to get those gift items in, like, BDSP, like someone has, like, a server or something I can connect to, because I would like to get that Shaman event back, because, yeah, I tragically missed that, and I didn't realize I missed it, and I was like, wait, no, I missed it, but no, I was like, I was busy, I thought I had time, and then I didn't. Also, I might need to take off my jumper in a second. I'm wearing my Christmas jumper, I'm feeling festive. Right, 14 minutes. Guys, what are your predictions? How close to Tenchi's 908 do you think we're gonna get? Let's put a twist on the question today. How close to Tenchi's thing do you think we're gonna be? Oh no, get out of the way, you. Okay. We got 14 minutes to go. Zaga! Hello! Lovely to see you. Oh, guys, if you have not clicked like on the video yet, I have not been asking you guys to like the video yet. We did kind of okay on today's Strike stream, but let's see if we can do better on tonight's Vivillon stream. Weiss, only Milotic and Sword. Ah, but you do have both Feebas and Milotic and Scarlet. Oh, well, that's fair enough. If you do have them in other games, then that's a little bit different. But that's what I mean, though, basically. Like, if you have extras in Go that you don't have at all in, like, your Sword and Shield, your Scarlet and Violet, or your Pokemon Home, ask yourself that question. Why do I not have these? Because the thing is, you're saving storage in Go. Like, why have 5 Pokemon take up space in Go when you could narrow it down to 2 or 3? You know, yes, maybe some of them could be extra training. If you have people who you can trade for, that's a legit reason as well to hold on to Pokemon. Like, oh, I play in a community and I run into trainers and I do shiny trades all the time. That's fine and fair enough. That's totally cool. But, like, if you don't, like, if you're quite a solo player when it comes to Pokemon Go, or you just don't really have people who you have friends with in the game, and you don't really have, like, a need to, like, trade shinies with people, then, yeah, you need to, like, ask yourself that question. Why am I holding on to these things in my mobile game when someday they're going to be deleted? They're going to be deleted. And someday I may not have a chance to save these when I could have if I had just planned ahead or just moved these things earlier or whatever it is, you know. Again, like my Ho-Oh. I held on to my Ho-Oh for a very, very, very long time. It was one of the few legendaries I did not transfer because I was like, no, I actually do use this occasionally in Home. But then, eventually, I started getting better fire-type Pokemon. I got Hondos. I would candy things up to the max, and it's like my Ho-Oh. I didn't have enough Ho-Oh candy for that. And then I got a Ho-Oh that was just as good as my shiny, but like, and it had like a better move or something. And it was like, well, I just, the shiny one is getting more and more needless to just keep in my Pokemon home. What is the point? You have it in your Pokedex registered still, you know, but it's like, I can't put it in gyms. I'm not battling with it in raids because it's just not as strong as like my Mega Charizard or whatever it is you've got. So, you know, that's just my advice. Keep that in mind. The game is not going to go on forever. It has a long expiration date, right? But again, like I said, when they shut it down, and I'm telling you this now, we'll clip this for like 10 or 15 years from now, and it'll be, I was right. But like when Pokemon Go, okay, so hang on, Vivillon stream 14th of December, 2024. Hello, this is Beau from the past, telling you in the future that when Pokemon Go goes offline someday, and they finally end the game, and the servers go down or whatever, they will say, like, you know, they'll do some announcement post. They go, we at Niantic are so grateful and thankful for all of your many years of playing, and we hope you've enjoyed the game. It is with great regret that we announce we will be shutting down the Pokemon servers, and the game will no longer be, like, playable as of, like, the blah, 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 the year 2030, whatever, right? Or 2040 or whatever. I shouldn't have pinned myself down in my prediction too much with the prediction of the date there. But you get the idea. And then they will say, and they will do this, like, either 3 or 6 months before the game goes offline. That is, like, 6 months is the most they will give it. And so if you have shiny legendary Pokemon and you can only transfer 1 a week, you need to think, okay, that's up to 26 shiny legendaries you can transfer. And that's at the max, right? And that doesn't include all your other shinies who you may want to trade. So you need to think about this stuff now. Like, what are the 26 you want to trade? Transfer over, and are there any that you could transfer before you are only limited to 26? That is the question. In short. Okay. So there we go. There we go. I'm going to make so much money on that YouTube short, like in a, you know, in like 15 years from now. Okay. Right. Let's see what we got. I think I do need to have more water, but let's see how this goes, shall we? I think I ate too overindulgently today. I hung out with a friend. And she very kindly, like, bought me lunch. But I think it was all, and then like, she got me dessert as well, and I think the dessert might have been a bit too much. I think I might have overdone it on the dessert. I had a bit more of it. I like set some aside, but then I snuck in a little bit more of it before the stream, but I think it's a bit too much. I think I need to, like, drink a load of water. How long do we have left? We got 9:37. Okay, so we're about 30 seconds away from a Tenchi's prediction. Chat, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Let's see if we can make Tenchi's dream come true. We'll make that dream come true. Come on. Let's do this thing. Scarlet, destroy every last one of them. Okay. Oh, Polar Express. What a creepy movie. No, I haven't. I don't know if I've ever seen Polar Express properly. I think I have seen the whole movie, but like in parts. I don't know if I've ever sat down and really watched it, like start to end though, like in one sitting. Don't think I've ever actually done that. So it's kind of got that like early 2000s mocap Uncanny Valley creepy thing going on. I remember Eddie Dzan is in it because his voice is so distinctive. Okay. Right, where are you, Vivillon? The Vivillon are the champions. Chansey, don't run in the way. What are you doing? Okay, let's go to the corner. I do plan to transfer as many of the shinies as you can to home. Excellent. Well, that's the thing. Give it the forethought. That's what I care. Weiss, you don't care about all the Hundo EVs you have. Sacre bleu. No, in fairness, with things like the candies, you don't really need to transfer over Hundos, but yeah, I might. If I don't have the shinies, I'll put over the Hundos. Okay. The humans are way too uncanny in that movie for you. You kept getting mini dupes, but you don't want to catch them anyway for the candy. But yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, we are at 8:12 now, so not ideal. We failed Tenchi, guys. We failed Tenchi. Like, Xander, the hammer. Everyone gets a hammer. You get a hammer. You get a hammer. And you. Yeah, you listening? You right now? Yeah, you get the hammer as well. Okay, let's do this thing. And Xander, don't forget to hammer your own fingers to smithereens when you're done, please. And then you can, and then if they still work, you can hammer mine as well. For I failed you all as well. Okay. Anyway, but please don't actually, like, hurt yourselves for the love of Nelly. This is all sarcasm and silly jokes and stuff. Please, like, please do not hold me liable for anything stupid that you may or may not do to yourselves now. Like, please just don't do anything stupid to yourselves right now, okay? It's all in the name of fun and silliness and jokes. This is all joking. Okay. Right. Let's see. But no, so Polar Express, it's like fun. It's a fun enough film for I remember. I do like the train thing where they like go off the tracks like onto the ice. That was really cool. Oh, there go the Hoppip. Bye, Hoppip. I remember when people thought, see, here's a thing where I know I've sort of talked about this rant before, so I won't go into the full version of it, but there were people criticizing this game, being like, oh, whoa, the Hoppip will just like fly away, and that's a glitch. And it's like, but it's not a glitch. It's like a really clever thing they program into the game. Basically, whenever like the weather's bad or the weather gets windy and stuff, like in this like rainstorm we're going through, yeah, Pokemon that are more like balloon-like, like Hoppips and Drifloons and stuff like that, they just like get blown away. It's a really clever game design thing. But again, people looked at it and were like, oh, that's a glitch. It's like, it's not a glitch. It's like clever game design. There are like loads of... I actually saw another really clever game design bit the other day. So like in the Pokedex, Luxray is said to have X-ray eyes. Luxray, X-ray eyes. And there's actually like a fun detail where if you see a Luxray and there's like a wall nearby, or like say like this tree or something, you know, like ordinarily we can hide behind this tree, right? And a lot of Pokemon, if you're like hiding behind a wall, they like won't see you. But Luxray does notice you. It's a fun little inclusion, right? It's very cool. And so like little details like that, they do program in these little details, and they've kind of been doing this. I mean, like, Let's Go is the game that started it, Sword and Shield added onto it, and then Arceus kind of, like, knocked it up another notch as well. I wouldn't really say Arceus actually did that much to add on to it, because, to be honest, I think Sword and Shield already had it. Sword and Shield have the Pokemon that there are Pokemon that act randomly. There are ones that kind of, you know, that, like, attack you kind of thing. There are ones that kind of just act very independent of you. There are the ones that attack very, like, very aggressively towards you. I don't know if there are ones that kind of gather around you. That might be a thing Arceus added. But, like, but yeah, Sword and Shield had that, right? Like, they had the thing where, like, you know, again, like, Pokemon chase after you and stuff like that. Think about the Sharpedo in the DLC, you know, like, when you're in the water, like, those Sharpedo, they go right for you. Like, they're aggressive. And, like, they gave the Pokemon temperaments in Sword and Shield. That's not something, like, new to Arceus. That existed in Let's Go a little bit. Well, actually, no. Okay, Let's Go didn't really have it, because the Pokemon do just kind of, like, meander around. The one that basically, the way they kind of introduced it is with Abra. Abra is a Pokemon where if you walk in front of an Abra, it disappears. That's the thing. So that's kind of how Let's Go introduced it. But Sword and Shield was kind of the one that was like, okay, there are going to be these Pokemon that, like, chase after you, and there are going to be these ones that just kind of avoid you and that run away from you and stuff like that. So, like, they have all that. So that isn't something that, like, Arceus didn't introduce, like, the temperament system. I would say Sword and Shield did. I would say that Let's Go kind of very lightly kind of like created a certain something to it, but they didn't create like a whole system. The Pokemon generally just walk around and then you have to like walk into them, right? Like the Pokemon don't like go at you in Let's Go. They just kind of run around and maybe they bump into you, but maybe they don't. You have to like run into them for the most part. If they fly into you, it's just because of like randomness as opposed to like, it's so aggressive. Like if you were ever like, that Spearow was so aggressive, it would kind of be like a joke. It wouldn't actually be like a serious, like, oh, it was actually going for me. It's like, it was just, it would like happen to be heading in the same direction as me. That's kind of like how it works. But yeah, Sword and Shield was the one that implemented like the temperament system. And then yeah, like Arceus added onto it. They did a couple of neat things with it or whatever. But yeah, like Paris being so aggro in Legends Arceus, like that isn't anything new, aside from the fact that it's Paris specifically, because it wasn't in Sword and Shield. But, like, yeah, that's it. Like, but Sword and Shield did that. That's not an Arceus thing. The only thing about Arceus is, like, oh, it has, like, a damage system, so you can, like, lose a life or lose your items or whatever. That's it. In Pokemon Sword, you enter a battle. In Pokemon Arceus, you can, like, lose a life. That's it. That's the difference. But, again, it's not, like, an Arceus thing. Curly attacks you, but it also runs away. Oh, interesting. But, yeah, I think this game honestly really perfected it, where Arceus kind of messed up, because this game has Zorua in it, but Zorua impersonates other Pokemon, and it's a really cool and clever system that works really well, because one of the things that happens is, like, Zorua has, like, a timid temperament, and that means that, like, it will run away from you, but, like, Pokemon that are normally quite aggro, so basically you'll see Pokemon that are normally quite aggro, like, run away from you, and that's how you know that they're a Zorua. Because it's like, oh, hang on, Persians don't run away. They, like, go after you. So if you see, like, a Persian that runs away from you, you know it's a Zorua. And actually, it's quite funny. You get quite good at it really quickly. If you have, like, a Dark-type sandwich up, you can tell, like, what Pokemon are Zoruas very quickly. You can kind of go around, and without, like, targeting on them like this, where you can, like, see their name written. Because you can see it says Zorua, I think. But, like, you don't even have to do the targeting thing. You can just see, like, I think that's a Zorua. Like, okay, that's running away from me. Is that a Zorua? Yes. Like, you can do it every time. And they didn't do that. And, like, Ditto didn't just appear on the screen as a Ditto. It appears as another Pokemon. And, again, it kind of, like, is timid and runs away, you know. So, but, yeah, so it's a really cool system. It's a very cool system. And again, like, the Hoppip thing is kind of like an extension of that, essentially, where it's like, yeah, when the weather's bad, they get blown away. Like, you can't, like, catch them when the weather sucks, because they just, like, oh, there they go. But people thought it was a glitch, and it's just kind of like, okay, I know this game has a lot of glitchy things that don't really quite work right, but that's actually one that did, and it really annoyed me that people, like, didn't recognize that. You really didn't think that this, like, balloon-like Pokemon, like, floating away when, like, it's really windy and the weather's bad was, like, some kind of glitch? Like, what the heck are you on? Like, why are these people, like, so negative that they have to, like, in some ways, like, really stretch, like, an obvious game design mechanic into, like, a negative? But again, we've talked about how people are just very negative about Pokemon. It's a very weird thing where there's, like, again, just a lot of weird media stuff about Pokemon that doesn't, you know, really work. But Weiss failed so many shiny Manteens. Oh, what, in, like, Legends Arceus? Oh, no. Although, if you're shiny hunting for anything on the water in Legends Arceus, like, good luck with that. Like, prepare for a heart attack on a bun, because it's just stressful. Like, again, throwing a Pokeball at anything in the water in that game absolutely sucks. In this game, works beautifully. So, yeah. But again, these people will not... Again, I don't hear people talk about how much throwing Pokeballs on the water sucks in Legends Arceus. Again, people do not talk about the negatives in that game, and it's just a very weird and annoying thing. Right, we didn't get a shiny again. Oh gosh, I'm getting nervous now. We've got 3 hours to midnight. I was kidding when I said about the midnight thing, guys. And gals. And non-binary pals. Okay. We're taking off the Christmas jumper. Enough of this festive cheer. Okay, so we are just going to go for this. I'm going to drink all the rest of my water quickly, and then, okay. Right, here we go. Let's do this thing. In Legends Arceus, I think if you hold the target on a Pokemon and you throw a Pokeball, it should hit it. Like, if you do the target thing where you're actually, like, targeting on it, I think that should mean you hit the Pokemon with the Pokeball. And if it doesn't do that, I think the game has kind of failed. Like, if it has a target lock on, but then it doesn't actually hit the Pokemon, then, like, it's failed. Right, here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm really hot now. Okay. So, the salty sandwich failed us. I think Kevin is yelling from the grave. Kevin's like, I'm not dead yet. But no, I think Dead Kevin is right that we need to go back to the burger sandwich, the bitter burger, because bitter is better. And then here we go. Okay, so here we go. We have to make a difficult sandwich though, okay? So we have to go 1 tomato, 2 tomato, 3 tomato, 4. I didn't actually put a 4th, but it kind of works some more. Okay, there we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and more. Okay, do not flip the tomato. Okay. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I know we're making a burger out of beef, so it's actually that'll do, cow. That'll do, but you know, whatever. Okay, right, here we go. Right, 1 pepper. 2. Oh, okay, hang on. If that onion hadn't tipped over, this would have been like a perfect sandwich. Right, we're gonna go all the way to the top left. Oh, that poor sandwich shadow. Look at it. Oy. Okay, right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. And then there's the pick. Kevin, we're doing this for you. Okay, here we go. You had to get your cat. I don't know if that was a typo or whether you are just going but I like it though. Okay, here we go. Right, let's do this thing, shall we? Right. So, let's okay, guys, who is your favorite? Oh, I need to think about this. Who is your favorite? Let's say new Pokemon from Legends Arceus. So there are like 7. There are like 7 new Pokemon in Legends Arceus, aren't there? Right? What are there? There's Ursaluna, there's Basculegion, there's Sneasler. I'm trying to think of the ride Pokemon. I think is the main thing I'm trying to do here, isn't it? But right, okay, come on. Oh, Weirdeer, thank you for reminding me of Weirdeer. And then Braviary, and then what are the 2 others? Oh, Overquill, and Cleavor. Oh, and then there's also stuff like the Arcanine, the Avalugg, because I'm thinking of the boss Pokemon now. The Lilligant. Oh, wouldn't it be Lilligant? Right, okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Come on, the Vivillon. Also, good thing I saved my game after I did the postcard. Hey, guys, gals and non-binary pals. Because otherwise we would have been screwed if I'd have just been back in Paco Harbor or whatever it's called. What is it called? Paco? No. Paco Cabo? Cabo Paco? I forget. I'm sorry. It's 2 houses. It's not a town, okay? It's 2 houses. Even in the original games, they had 4 houses. Like, 4 houses is a village, okay? But, like, 2 houses it's nothing. Nothing! Okay, I'm sorry, if you have 2 houses and one of them's like a mansion... Like, if, like, one house is a regular house and then the other house is like a mansion... That's not a town. That's not a town, okay? Capo Poco. That's it, Cabo Poco. I think you're right. Weiss, your first shiny in PLA was Carnivine. I think mine might have been as well. Or I remember Carnivine was definitely one of the, like, earlier ones I got. Actually, mine was, I think my first new one was Carnivine. But no, my actual, like, first one was a Skorupi. And I think I already had Skorupi. I think. Although, how would I have already had Skorupi? That doesn't make sense. Why would I have had... Maybe... Why would I have already had a Skorupi before Legends Arceus? Because, like, Sword and Shield's not a good shiny hunting game. Maybe from, like, Pokemon Go or something? I don't know. Maybe Arceus was the first one. But I think my first one was a little Skorupi, now that I think about it. But the point is you shouldn't eat too much sugar right before bed. That's the moral of the story today. Okay, so anyway, Bark. But yeah, the first form of Drapion. Cabo Poco, Sneasler. Oh, Hisuian Zora, that's the other one as well. Yeah, because I like the Hisuian Zora and Zoroark. It's a shame they're not like better Pokemon. I was kind of hoping they'd be a bit better. Like their typing is so good, but yeah. But I look forward to them being in like other games, like, you know, Gen 10 or 11 or whatever, but like just available in the wild. Like that's the thing I hope for, because they'll be really good in those games, and I would like totally have one on my team. But in Legends Arceus, they're like terrible because of the battle system, because of the very flawed battle system in that game. Hisuian Zora is just kind of pointless and unviable. But in a game like this, it's like way more useful. But at the same time, you can only get it on this game with like events and trades and transfers and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, we got 26 minutes. What do you think? We're definitely gonna get it on this sandwich, I'm telling you. But like, how quickly do you think we'll get it or not get it? That is the question for you guys today. I know I asked that question earlier, so it's like, you already asked that last question. Shut up. I am in charge here. Okay. So let's do this thing. Right. Okay. Let me think. Right, Vivillon. Right, you guys, all of you, Vivillon. You there, Vivillon. What day is this? The day you show up is shiny? On camera? Because that's the whole point. I already have this, guys. And gals and non-binary pals. Like, I just want to get one on camera. Like, this is now, basically, right? I did 3 sandwiches live on camera. And this is now, like, so now we've done 3 more. So this is basically my 6th sandwich on camera where we've not had a Vivillon. And I'm definitely so much better at checking them now. Albeit it is still, like, a bit of a slower going thing, because you still do need to like kind of check them kind of carefully or whatever, but like still this is kind of ridiculous. I think you'll get it fast, Tenchi says. I think so too, actually. I think we'll... Oh, wait, Vaporeon was your first shiny from DAs. Nice. Mine was a Luxray on December 24th 2020. I remember it like it was 4 years ago. No, it doesn't feel like... Doesn't quite... it feels like a long time ago now, I will admit. Because there have been so many, like, Pokemon Go community days, and, like, Legends Arceus, and this game. But, so it doesn't feel like... But I don't think I'd say it feels like 4 years ago. It feels like between 3 and 4 years ago. Like, Sword and Shield probably feel about 3 years ago to me now, I would say. But they're, like, 5 years old. And although I didn't get them right away, I did get them, like, only, like, 2 or 3 months after they came out. So, what a magical playthrough that was. I miss those days. Even though it was kind of like oh, there's this virus which might be, like, coming to get us. So, yeah, right, like, that's gonna happen. And then it did happen. And then a lot of people died, and, yeah, I don't know, and then it kind of... You know, we were all kind of memeing about it at first, because it's like, oh, whoa, this is this weird thing. Ah, whoa, that's kind of crazy. Bats in China, whoa. And then, yeah, here we are. What a weird 5 years, eh? Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. Let's talk about fizzy candy. No, I don't know. Right, hang on. You there. Boy, what day is this? Okay. Right. Think Misdreavus and Scarlet took 2,000 eggs with a Japanese Ditto. What? Oh my gosh. That's wild. Also, wait, why wouldn't you just, like, sandwich it? Oh no, I suppose Misdreavus is, like, in Violet, isn't it? Or is it in Scarlet? No, it's in Violet. Because, okay, chat, here's, like, a weird, funny thing. With the Paradox Pokemon, a bunch of the ones in one game are, like, versions of other Pokemon in the other game. So what I mean by that is Misdreavus is a Pokemon Violet exclusive Pokemon, but then Fluttermane is a Pokemon Scarlet exclusive Pokemon, right? Like, Tyranitar is a Pokemon Scarlet exclusive Pokemon, but Iron Thorns is a Pokemon Violet exclusive Pokemon. See where I'm going with this? It's not the case for every single one. Like, you know, I think Delibird is in... I think Delibird is in both games, unless it's a Scarlet exclusive. But so some of them are... But like Salamence, for example, is like a... Salamence is a Violet exclusive, but then Roaring Moon is in a Scarlet exclusive. What are the other ones, though? But yeah, there are some weird things like that. Let me just think what the paradoxes. I don't know. I can't think of all the paradoxes right now. But it's a weird thing. So... Okay, let's see what we got here. Right, come on then. Come on then, you fools. You fools! Fools! Where are you, Vivillon? Vivillon, Viviana, Vivillon. Oh, Hydreigon in Scarlet, but then Iron Jugulis in Violet. Exactly! This is the spirit. But yeah, so that's kind of like the Salamence, like the two dragon type equivalents. And then there's and then Fluttermane. Well, normally it's like Fluttermane and like Murkrow are kind of like the sort of paired Pokemon usually. If like one's in one game, the other's in the other or whatever. But obviously there's not like a Murkrow paradox, you know, like Iron Crow or something like that. Or like Old Crow. But you know what I'm getting at. Basically, if you want help remembering all the different Paradox Pokemon, or at least the initial ones, basically, they're all good against Ice types. As I found out on my Pokemon, you know, Violet file, like 2 years ago, I was like, oh, I'll get Pokemon Violet, and I'll do the challenge in that game. Instead of doing a second, instead of, like, creating a second profile for Pokemon Scarlet, I'll just buy a whole new game separately and play that instead. May as well have both versions and play both different experiences. And then it's like, oh yeah, the final boss of the game is like uniquely difficult against ice types in Pokemon Violet compared to Pokemon Scarlet. That was fun, but it made the challenge better and gave it a better ending. So I was happy. Right. You there, boy. What day is this? The day we kill all the Vivillons. No, not kill them. KO them, sorry. We do not kill here at Beau Games. We just KO. We KO. We feint them. We eradicate every last one of them. But we don't. Slitherwing took 10 sandwiches. 10 sandwiches? What? Mine didn't take that many. Oh my gosh. But there we go. Okay. Vivillon is a Vivillon. Vivillon is a Vivillon. Come on. I know that these are harder to spot, right? And so it is entirely possible that maybe I could have gone past one, but we are on our third sandwich, and now they're spawning behind me, and I don't like this. No, don't spawn off in the distance, okay? I do not like this. No. Don't like this. No. Right, sorry, again, I started to go in my head there, thinking about things that I talked about today with my friend. Right, come on. Vivillon is the Vivillon. That's kind of self-explanatory. Saying a thing is a thing. Okay, let's do this thing. Right, Chansey. Okay, oh, watch out. Okay, so, let's do this. And this, and then you do that. Okay, let's see, Kieran, you're in a live stream years ago, and Loki, he sounds like you, Beau, took 1 sandwich for Fluttermane. Oh, really? Found 4 Fluttermanes in the first 5 minutes of a sandwich. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, yeah, it like takes a while, and then they all come at once, and it's kind of nuts. I said that happened to me with the aqua breed Tauros. Like, it's a really hard one to. If you don't have an outbreak, it's a really hard. Like, you can like force them to appear with sandwiches, but like not many appear. Like, it's a tough shiny hunt. Aqua breed Tauros is very hard. If you don't get the spawn for it. If you don't get like an outbreak of it, it's a very hard thing to hunt for, right? If you're just doing it by a sandwich with no outbreak, it is a very, 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 very difficult, a très difficile Pokemon to hunt for. And when you got a Pokemon that's difficult to hunt for, see, that looks shiny for a distance. I know it's not, but I can tell it's still not shiny. But it does look more shiny than not because of the way that the Pokemon spawns in. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Right, come on. Come on. Oh, you used the glitch for the shiny spawns? Ah, okay. I did not. I think I was tempted to, but, like, I didn't bother. Because I was like, I'm just going to get it the old-fashioned way. And it was fine. It worked out for the best. Right, not shiny, not shiny, not shiny. Maybe I need to do some Picnica strategies, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, that one just turned around out of nowhere. Like, it, like, phased through its own body. No. Get away from here. You there, boy. Get away from... Bobby. Okay, right. No. No. Right. Right. Okay. No. No. Right, so I went silent again there, thinking about it. Best is 9 great tusks in one sandwich. I remember you saying that. That was very impressive. My best is just like 5 psychic shinies on a psychic sandwich one time. Because there were like a bunch of different things I was kind of looking for, and I got like 5 in one go, and that's pretty... I think I was like looking for like Indeedee, like I wanted the different Indeedee forms, but I also wanted like... whatever Pokemon spawn in that area as well. It's actually quite close to here. It's just on like sort of... It's on like that side of the mountain kind of thing, like up kind of there, but like past the snowy point. I did like a sweet onion sandwich. And sweet onion sandwiches do work. They're like the best sandwiches for some reason. They just always get you loads of shinies. If you make a sweet Herba Mystica onion burger sandwich, they're delicious. Caramelized onions. Okay. Best was 4 Smeargles. Wow. And they're all female? Wow. Do you have like a Pokemon with an ability or something? Although I think they actually got rid of that feature in this game. Which, to be honest, I'm kind of happy about. Either that's something which they should have implemented more openly, or it's just something they shouldn't have had in the game at all. Like the abilities having like extra functions, so like the flame body hatch thing. Basically, what I think they should do is like every Pokemon should have not like an ability, but so not an ability, not an attribute. Come up with a name for it, but something like that, a skill or something, right? But you have like some Pokemon can like hatch eggs faster if you have them in your party. Some make more Pokemon spawn or something like that. Some make fewer Pokemon spawn. Do you know what I mean? Like, come up with all those things, but have them be like skills on Pokemon on your team or something. And it's like, oh, if they lead your party, you can turn the skill on or something like that. You know, like it doesn't have to be something that's always on in case it's like a negative thing and it could like make you not want to have that Pokemon in your party at all. But you could, like, turn it on and have the skills and do whatever, you know? So, okay. Oh, my gosh. This is getting tiring. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. We're at 13 minutes on the 3rd sandwich. How did that happen? I haven't even talked about anything yet. Oh, a Lowland Vulpix is a hard one to get in Scarlet and Violet. That was like one of the worst shiny hunts I did. I was so relieved when I got that. Here's the thing. I don't want to say the thing I'm worrying about out loud, but you guys know what I'm going to say. I'm getting worried that if I keep making bug-type sandwiches and running around and spawning Pokemon, not all of them being Vivillon, I am getting concerned that something else may happen that some could deem good, but that I would deem as wasteful. I'm not saying it out loud, but you know the thing I'm talking about, okay? You know the thing that I'm worried about happening, where it's like, I'm putting in all this effort to get one thing, but that another thing might happen. Whilst I'm trying to make the one thing happen, something else may happen. And I don't want that to happen. I just want to get my all-white Vivillon, which I know out of context could sound very bad. Please do not clip that and ruin me and try to cancel me for clipping me out of context. It's just, I'm describing the physical attributes of a Pokemon that I desire. It's one out of, like, there are 1,000 different Pokemon. There are many different forms and variations. And I want this one particular kind from this one particular Pokemon, in addition to all the other particular kinds of other particular Pokemon that I have wanted and do have and treasure and everything as well. But right here, right now, I just want this one particular thing and nothing else, and don't clip me out of context. But yeah, okay. Here we go. Come on. Come on. You got 5 shiny Spiritomb and 5 eggs. You won't be that lucky ever again. But yeah. I mean, Kieran, you're kind of jinxing it, I think, but yes, you are. No, in fairness, but yeah, I think basically the thing you've described, Kieran, is essentially, yes, that is the thing I am worried about. But yes, I will not say it out loud, but that is the thing, yeah. Okay. Come on. I just want to get a shiny, and then we can, like, do a trade with Kieran, or a union circle with Kieran, and then we can call this it for a night, and we can all go to sleep on a Saturday. We can all go to sleep. Sleep. Deep sleep. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Alonzi! I was supposed to say that yesterday, but I didn't. But guys, gals, non-binary pals, we have, oh my gosh, look at all these, Vivillon, Vivillon. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, we have, can you turn around, please? Turn around, Neville, turn around, you. We have 12 Vivillon. But yeah, so we have 12 of the 18 Vivillon. This will not add to the tally. We are getting one. I'm not stopping this stream until we get one. I know that those are fighting words, and this is going to backfire so spectacularly. But, like, we are doing this, okay? I am getting this Vivillon on camera, and then all the others we're getting in one stream. We're not doing extra bonus streams for the other Vivillon. Each Vivillon, the 6 remaining Vivillon, are going to be one stream each, and each stream is going to be a bit more than half an hour. A half hour for the sandwich, a little bit of an introductory time to get things set up and do the transfer from Pokemon Go and all that, and then a union circle, quick little bit of union circle, like we get Sarah and Kieran and Tenchi and Darkness, my old friend, and Conowat and everyone else is shiny, and then we're all going to be, and Theo, and like, we're just going to get all the people, the shinies, well, they're not shiny, sorry, but just get all the different regional Vivillon in the game, and then that's going to be it, and then we all get to go home, and we do it in about, like, 45 minutes. It's nice, it's fun, it's bonus, and it's extra. It's not hours of grueling away, and all that other stuff. But yeah. So, but, like, we're getting this, we're getting this, okay? Oy. Might have to whop out the caffeinated tea for it, but we're doing this, okay? It's currently 9:14, so we do still have a few hours. We're good. Guys, don't panic. It's fine. Okay, okay, come on. Don't you dare, Hoppip. I'm looking at you, Hoppips and Jumpluffs. I am looking at you. And you are not going to do the thing that I'm worried about you doing. Also, Kevin. Why is Kevin letting us down? Okay, we've got 8 minutes. Do we trash the butterflies or do we trash Kevin? No, don't trash Kevin. That is a joke, okay? Please do not actually, like, trash Kevin. Like, seriously, that's not me, like, joking either. That's not me being like, I get you, Beau, wink, wink. Like, no. Like, we're not gonna, like, you know, bully one of our people. Even if it's, like, in jest, we're not gonna, like, all gather around and treat someone like a punching bag. Right, because even as a joke, that's the thing. When, like, everyone gathers around and jokes about a person too much, that can be, like, a bit too much. It's like, all right, guys, like, you can stop, you know. So we don't do that here at Beau Video Games. Right, let's see what we got here. Vivillon, Vivillon, the Vivillon and the Vivillon. Don't fly off into the ocean. Love and devotion. Don't you dare. The Vivillon. Come on. Guys, can we do some stars and sparkles and stars for like the next 5 minutes? We've missed the 908 for Tenchi. The 908 train to Tenchi Town has departed, but we can still get the 8-minute wonder. So let's see if we can get this. Come on, where are you? So I'm just like changing the camera angle in case that does anything. Okay, not in case that does anything. Oh my gosh. Vivillon, just be shiny. But I swear I've been running up to, like, most of these. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've actually been running up to them. Yes, there may be ones in the distance. But, again, it goes back to that thing where it's like, surely we have run up to the face of, like, 500, 600, 700 Vivillon at this point. Surely. Surely that is a thing we have done. Exactly. No one trashes Kevin, but me. No, I'm kidding. No one trashes Kevin. Kevin, just to quickly speak about Kevin. Kevin has been, like, one of my sort of, like, OG fans from, like, when I first got my big voice acting game role, the one you know what I'm talking about. So Kevin's just always been this, like, incredible support and very just, like, lovely and enthusiastic and kind right from the start. So I've always just appreciated Kevin, like, being there for the past, like, oh boy, 5 years? No, 4 years. Yeah, four and a bit. Oh no. Don't you dare, Vivillon. So, oh, Masters has fed the cat. Okay, guys, we have to act quickly then. If Masters has fed the cat, Tenchi, get a snack now. It's like, but I'm not hungry. Do it, Tenchi. Okay. Here we go. We are in, like, it's like the sandwich on top of our sandwich. We have to capitalize on this. We have to capitalize on this. Right. Here we go. Okay. Right. I'm not even singing the words now because it's getting pointless. Hang on, I'm just checking. Okay. Come on. I just want the shiny Vivillon, the white, shiny, icy snow Vivillon. That is what I want. I just want a Vivillon. Maybe I could look for Vivillon somewhere different than a Vivillon. You're not shiny because your head is black, but that was kind of hard to tell. So let's go over here now, because then we'll find a Vivillon. Do I want to go up the hill, or am I going left? Apparently I'm going left. I'm going left. I'm going left. Okay, oh, gosh, no, wait, yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, 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 no, no, yes, 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 no, yes, yes, no. Okay, no, that isn't working. Okay, let's do this thing. Come on, Vivillon, where are you? I'm getting tired. I'm tired and hungry. No, I'm not really hungry. Like I said, I'm full from my friend's very kind lunch. Okay, come on, what are you doing, Vivillon? What are you doing, Vivillon? Like, is Kevin going to betray us again? Do we need to go back to the salty sandwiches to express our frustrations with Kevin? Let's see what we got. Yeah, no, I'm kind of losing it a bit, aren't I? Oh, gotta get the energy up. Okay, come on. What have we got here? Can we do some stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars? And even you're like, Beau, we did stars and sparkles 3 minutes ago. I said more stars and sparkles. We gotta get those stars and sparkles in the chat, because we have 3.5 minutes. Oh my gosh. We got 3.5 minutes to go. We got 3.5 minutes to go. And if you really want to know and you really want to go, we got 3.5 minutes before you gotta go. You're not shiny, are you? No. Dang it. Oh, come on. You're not. Okay, they're not shiny. Okay, those two aren't shiny. Right, let's get the Vivillon. Do I need to like do more like picnica like type stuff? Do I need to like do more stuff where they like gather around me so I can see them? I don't know. I don't know the strat here. I don't know if like the running around is really proving effective. Do I really need to say maybe I just need to like spawn in like 16 and have them all like run around me or something? Do you know what I mean? Like maybe that's the strategy. I don't know. But like we've got more spawning in now. So here we go. And the 1 and the 2 and the 3 shall be and some. Oh, I don't know if that is copyright, so I will stop singing it. Oh, but we'll hopefully get a shiny. Oh, poor little Vivillon, poor little Vivillon. Da, 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 da. Yeah, no, I'm really losing it now, aren't I? Oh dear. Chat, I am losing it. Is not a good. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Nope. Oh, come on. Come on. We got like 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. This isn't good. This isn't good at all. Sarah, don't like kill every single one. No, don't kill the ones that are like in front of me. Kill the ones that are like running off in the distance. That are like hard to see. Okay, I think I need to go up the mountain. We'll be going up the mountain. Yes, we will. We'll be going up the mountain. Yes, we will. And if I don't get to Vivillon soon, then I will not get to Vivillon, and then I will start to begin to shill and ask you for super chats and wonga and to buy my book and an autograph and all the other things because I'm getting desperate and I need some kind of win. No, don't do that right now. Wow. I suppose you could in theory, but no, don't do it just because I'm like need it. Don't ever do it because I need it for a shiny. You do it because you enjoy the content and you're financially in a position to do so, and it doesn't that money doesn't really mean anything to you. And just like again, only support people who you really support and who need it, and where you don't really expect anything in return, and where you just like supporting independent people and stuff like that. Don't give your money away to people who don't deserve it. And don't give it to people who start singing "They'll be coming around the mountain, yes we will," unless that's like your favorite song of all time. Like if on your Spotify, like year in review, you can tell I don't have Spotify. You were coming down the mountain. Okay, come on, Vivillon, where are you? Where are you? Where is it? Oh, come on, Ugh. Get the Vivillon you never got on camera, my brain said. It'll be fun, my brain said. Do it on a Saturday. Oh, hang on, wait, hang on. No, oh, come on. The back of them threw me off there. And then I have to check this guy. Okay, this guy's not shiny. No, okay, he's not shiny. Right, come on. Come on. Come on. Right. Oh, my gosh. Hang on. Oh, dang it. For the love of potatoes. Oh, right. Sandwich number 4, guys. A 1, a 2, a 3, 4. And that's how many sandwiches we've made. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Right. Hang on. I'm just going to, like, fill up my water bottle very quickly. And then we will begin sandwich number 4. So, guys... Here, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, here's a fun fact for you. When I did the Icy Snow Vivillon before, I did... Where is the lid for my water bottle? Because I can't do my water bottle without a lid. I did 3 sandwiches live. So at this very same point now, I gave up and I said, I'm sorry, guys. I have to go now. I have to, like, go and do a couple of other things. I'm going to try and squeeze in a hunt off stream before I go to bed, but I need to go now. And then on the fourth sandwich, on the fourth day of sandwich, my shinies gave to me a Vivillon in, like, 26 minutes, wasn't it? So basically, we have 26 minutes to try and beat my previous record for sucking. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. For sucking at Vivillon spawning in shinies. And, like, I just can't do that. You know, like, we have to get this now, okay? Like, this sandwich, we have to get it in less than 26 minutes. Just because we cannot go longer than I went previously. I can't be like, guys, I'm going to do a makeup stream to get the Vivillon that we, like, struggled to get before. And, like, you know, but, like, we're going to do it better. You know, like the Dotoli guy. We're going to do it better. Oh, should we do the gold pick? I'm going to go for the gold pick. I'm sorry, Kevin. But we did have that one stream where we did, like, a salty gold pick, and it worked remarkably well. So I think we have to go for this now. I think we have to go for this. And if we fail this time, sandwich number 5 will be a burger with a gold pick. So I think that's the trick. I think that's the strategy here. I think we have to acknowledge that, guys, Kevin's not here. And no matter what we do, we cannot magically magic him here. We have to do this in spite of Kevin, not because of Kevin. And I don't know what I'm talking about because I am getting tired. Not like sleepy tired, but just I know that I did like a 3-hour stream. I hung out with my friend for many hours, and now poor white, like, Kayla's probably fell asleep hours ago. Like, Kayla, are you there? I probably just woke Kayla up. Kayla probably like, what? Okay. We'll be hunting all the Vivillon, we'll see. We'll be slashing them down right near the trees. We'll be looking under shadows in case they're kind of sneaky, and we'll be finding all the Vivillon, yes we will. Let's go whistle and the do-do-do-do-do. Let's go get all these things and not to poo. Because he got banned from The Simpsons. Well, he didn't really get banned, but he's been retired because of nuanced things that I'm not going to talk about on stream. Because I'm not going to talk about nuanced stuff whilst I'm kind of tired. Because that's just a recipe for disaster. Because if you just say one word wrong, you can get in trouble badly. And I just don't want to hurt any people or offend any people and stuff like that. So it's better to just shut your trap, which I wish the whole internet would learn, but unfortunately they don't. We don't always have to give our opinions on everything, guys, particularly when we're trying to condense it into 280 characters, or when we're tired and singing Going Round the Mountain. Okay? Like, we don't have to always talk about everything, always. Okay. Right. Let's do this thing. Oh my gosh. Right. Poor me, poor Mo, poor Mott. Oh, dear Mo. Okay. Right. Oh, poor Mo. Okay. Get it? Poor Mo, poor Mo. Okay, anyway, Bark. Let's do this thing. Right, let's see what we got here. But yeah, no, there are some, I know that there are some, like, big issues, there are, like, some things I talk about that are kind of like a big deal, but then there are other, like, big deal things that I haven't really talked about with you guys, but that is kind of the reason why I haven't, like, on a serious note, before I start singing again. Like, there are some things where I just don't think you can really sum them up in a 280 character tweet. And, like, you may be like, oh, but you could do, like, a tweet thread. It's like, yeah, but how many people sit and read an entire tweet thread? How many times have you seen like, I have seen tweets that are quite good, and then you kind of click on them, and then they're, like, the middle tweet in, like, a big tweet thread, and it's just kind of one of those, because, like, yeah, that individual message is a nice little message, but it's kind of like, you know, but people miss, like, tweets and threads, and, you know, if any of your message is kind of misconstrued or elevated more than any other part of it, whatever, it's just there are some things on social media, or even a lot of things, where it's not really worth talking about, like, sort of publicly, because all it does is just kind of, it can lead to, like, misinformation. It can lead to things being misconstrued. It can lead to things just being, like, sort of awkward. Like, again, if you just, like, clumsily write something or clumsily do something, it's just not good. And we don't always need to talk about absolutely everything. Or there's some things where there are good places and bad places to talk about them, and social media is kind of not one of them. And, you know, it's kind of why I, like, retweet people a lot rather than write my own opinions, because people kind of, like, will say something where I think there's, like, insight or wisdom to be taken from it. I don't always 100% endorse these things, but there's, like, there's at the very least a good point there where I agree with, like, a lot of what's being said. And it's put more eloquently than I could ever put it. It's like, oh, hey, someone figured out how to put this in 280 characters. Yippee. At least I don't have to. But again, for some reason, sometimes people feel compelled to try and do it themselves, and then it just ends up backfiring or not being good. Like, I have friends of people where I see, and they sort of post things to social media, and and it kind of gets blowback, and then they have to, like, apologize and be like, no, guys, that's not what I meant. And it's like, well, you shouldn't have tried to put that in a tweet, you know. Of course you were going to get people, like, not understand you or whatever, or get upset, like, you know. Oh no, the comb bee, get out of here, bees, bees! Right, come on. We'll be not singing that song. Okay, let's see how we go. Nope. Okay, can we get rid of the Vespiquen? Hey, you're not a comb bee, you're a bird. What is that bird doing? Like, so close. Like, what is the bird doing in the grass? Get out of here, you belong on the beach. They was trying to, like, pose as a bird. Imposter. That really was. It was like, oh, hello there, fellow bees. Zzz. I am a bee as well. Right, come on. Come on. It's nighttime. More like a fight time. But, like, how many Vivillon have we run right up to? Like, you know what I mean? We looked at that one. It's not shiny. We're, like, looking at that one. We can see the black on it. It's not shiny. Like, how many Vivillon have we realistically looked at that, like, have, you know, not had the shiny form? Like, we you know, even if we have missed some, okay, but we've also run into plenty of them, like, up close and personally, that, like, you know, I think we've run up to enough of them up close for, like, one that actually is shiny to, like, appear up close. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we have seen, like, you know, probably, like, several hundred Vivillon up close. Like, you there. Okay, you're not shiny. You're not shiny. Like, these are not shiny. I'm looking at all of these. Okay, a couple of them are kind of hiding in the grass here. But, like, no, don't run into me. But, like, none of these ones that were surrounding me were shiny. Now, I might have to, you know, change the, I might need to, you know, be a bit careful here as I kind of maneuver around. But, there we go. But, like, there we go. Oh, see, they're turned around and they're in the flowers. Get out of the flowers. Okay. Get out the flowers. Beau Bridgeton 2024. Okay, come on. What we got here? Come on. I just want to talk with chat about interesting things, but I ran out of Pixar films to talk about. Although no, hang on. I talked about, did I end up really talking about The Good Dinosaur? I don't know. Oh, maybe I didn't end up really talking about The Good Dinosaur. Which kind of, like, didn't really do enough with its premise. And I think I've talked about this a bit before, but I'll talk about it again for good measure, because it's kind of fun to talk about. But, like, that movie, I remember when they announced that movie, right? And they announced, like, a whole cast of people. Like, it was a really stacked cast. They were, like, John Lithgow was going to be, like, the patriarch of the family, and, like, Frances McDormand was going to be the mum, and then there were going to be, like, 3 kids who were played by, like, Bill Hader, Judy Greer, and Neil Patrick Harris. And then, like, you know, and then there was going to be, like, a kid, sort of thing, like a kid one who was going to be, like, the youngest brother, and it was going to focus around the kid. And I don't know if it was still going to have kind of the same plot where there's like, oh, there's a little human cave boy type thing. I don't know. But like, but I think it was going to focus a bit more on the family and like what a dinosaur's life would be like if dinosaurs had lived to like modern day or something. I don't know. Maybe that overlaps a bit with like Onward, and maybe that's why they didn't do it. I don't know. But like, because Onward is kind of like, what if fairy tales lived to the real modern day and had cell phones? But like, that actually is a fun premise though. I liked Onward. But anyway, Bark. Don't know whether I'm allowed to say things like this, but I'm gonna go with it, and forgive me if what. But I actually did have an opportunity to like audition to be like Tom Holland's voice double for Onward. I thought I did a pretty good job at some parts in my audition. There's some parts where I really did sound just like him, but maybe I didn't sound like him enough for like all the different parts, and that's where I kind of lost it. But anyway, but it was fun. It was fun trying to do an impression of an English guy doing an American accent, whilst me, an English guy, doing an American accent. Like, yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. I say it because it was a really fun and cool experience to audition for that. And I don't mean I got to like drive to a Pixar studio. It was the same as like every other audition where you do it yourself at home. But it was like really fun just getting to listen to like clips from the trailer and, you know, like and sort of thing, and like try and like get the voice down and stuff like that or whatever. So yeah. But I really liked the film, so it's a shame I didn't get to like be a part of it. But yeah, that was just like a really cool experience. So again, please don't like sue me or fire me or anything, Disney. I'm like praising, and Pixar. I'm praising your film. I'm not revealing any like insider trader details. It's just like, hi, I as a voice actor in LA got to audition for a thing that happens in a lot of movies where like people need voice doubles and stuff. To, you know, do a thing for an actor who I'm in a similar vocal range to. Like, hopefully that's not, like, spilling the tea. But that was just a really cool experience. But no, but Good Dinosaur. But yeah, but basically, so Good Dinosaur. But you can look this up. They had announced this whole other, like, this cast and this movie, and they'd sort of said, oh, what if, like, you know, an asteroid had missed Earth, and dinosaurs kind of got to live on, and all this stuff. And so they really kind of went with this, and I think they did still talk about like the dinosaurs being like farmers or whatever, but like but it sounded like, Chansey, you're not a Jumpluff, what are you doing? So hang on, how long we got left on this sandwich? 19 minutes, chat. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. We have like about 10 minutes left until we overtake our previous record of suckage. Oh, I thought that one was shiny there. That looked so shiny. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, so it was this but yeah, but then eventually they kind of like sort of scrapped that, but they had like recorded the whole movie. They had, like, recorded a whole movie with that cast, like John Lithgow, Frances McDormand, Bill Hader. Because I remember they sort of said about Bill Hader was going to be in Inside Out, and he was going to be in, A Good Dinosaur, and then he was only in Inside Out, and then he wasn't in Inside Out 2, and that's a whole other story as well that I won't get into. But look it up on Wikipedia, because it's kind of interesting, and I don't 100% quite know where I stand. Well, actually, no, I do know where I stand on it, but it's not one side or another. There's like a middle ground. But yeah, I don't think it's private to say, like, where I'm being very vague about specific details and stuff, to say like, oh hey, 5 years ago I auditioned for a thing, here's some very super vague details about it. But you never know though. But please, I don't mean it in a malicious or harmful way, and I'm not revealing any insider trade secrets. Like, people talk about this stuff all the time, like, oh hey, I was the voice double for this character. So yeah, like, oh, a Pixar movie had like an opportunity for a voice double. And I don't know if they then did it. Maybe like Tom Holland did everything himself. I don't know. Maybe someone did do some stuff for him or recorded some lines for him for like a mobile game or something. I don't know. But like, but the point is that I got that audition and I thought I did a good job with it. And I need to dig up that audition to like, I don't know, listen to it again or something, you know? Because I put it on like I backed it up on like my hard drive rather than like my Google Drive or whatever. I kind of got rid of a load of my auditions on my Google Drive a year ago or so to like save on space. Right, where are these Vivillon Because there are too many of them. There are too many of them. But look how many we're looking at. It's like, we've just encountered like 20 of these things. None of them are shiny. And yes, okay, but if we just encountered 20 in the last 30 seconds, it's like, well, okay, how many have we encountered in the past like 2 hours? Would you be allowed to show people? Probably not. No, yeah, I couldn't like post the audition like publicly online. I mean, I think it's largely just like lines from the movie. I don't think there's anything that was like probably cut from the movie or anything that's not already kind of out there in some way. But the thing is, I can't remember. So I would like have to watch like the movie and all the deleted scenes to kind of know whether I could really show that or anything. And yeah, I don't know, because I can't remember what they had. I don't know if they like had like a picture of the character or something. I mean, I think again, this was like after the movie had been announced and stuff like that. This wasn't like a long time before it was you know, revealed to the public or anything like that. That's why it's kind of like not really, I don't think, too much of a secret as well. It's not like I got the, you know, there are games and things like that where I get info early and I do not talk about them until, again, I mean, I'm talking about a movie that was like already known, and it's like, oh, 5 years later, Beau reveals he auditioned for this thing publicly. You know, it's like for the stuff that's like secret, it's like, yeah, I don't probably even talk about that stuff ever, you know. But you know, you could, but again, when you're like a kid from a small town in the middle of nowhere in England, and you know, you get to like audition to be in a Pixar movie, that's kind of a cool thing, you know. It makes you feel legit. You know, so okay. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, so, but a good dinosaur. But yeah, there was like this whole other movie, and they like recorded it, and, or at least the voice track for it. But then like, yeah, and I'm so interested in like what that movie would have been like, because they must have like almost made, I mean, they must have kind of essentially made the whole thing. And it's like, I would love to know what that movie is. If I had enough money to like cure all the world's ills and get everyone the healthcare they need and feed everyone and home everyone, and it was like, oh, you have a bit left over, I would be like Pixar. You're gonna finish the original Good Dinosaur, or as much of it as you're able to finish. You're gonna release the original cut or whatever it is, you know, like, but like release it to the public. I want to hear John Lithgow in a Pixar film, you know, like, so yeah, I don't know, but right, here we go. Ugh, I think I need to turn around, don't I? I kind of just want to despawn the Vivillon behind me. How long we got left? Okay, 14 minutes. Ugh, this is not going well. Okay, so chat. So basically, I had 4 minutes left. If I got it in 26 minutes, that means I had like 4 minutes left, right? So I got 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes before my record is smashed. My record of suckage. And when I say suckage, I don't mean I suck. I just mean the game sucks. My luck sucks. But again, I think I'm shiny hunting this better. We're going to keep going until I get this. I'm not kidding when I say that. Again, the thing I'm worried about happening, I am amazed it has not happened. Like in 4 sandwiches, the number of Pokemon we have seen that are not a Vivillon. Can you stop fluttering around so quickly? See, the way that fluttered so quickly, that's how real butterflies flutter their wings. And I don't like it. See, if butterflies flapped their wings as, like, you know, the relaxed pace that all these Vivillons are, I think I would be more okay with them. But it's the fact they just flitter around so quickly. I do not like it. It creeps me out. The speed and the crunch and the noise, and, like, worse than a Togetic. Okay. You there, boy. What day is this? The day you get destroyed. Unnecessarily. Oh no, Kieran, I'm sorry. Again, there's just something about these Vivillon where they do not want to spawn. I'm hoping we get a shiny soon, but... oh well. If you're not able to join me on a Union Circle, Kieran, then you'll just have to ask Santa Claus for an icy wind Vivillon, icy snow, a Vivillon for Christmas. Oh, come on. Come on, shiny. Just give me a flippin' shiny. I was going to say frickin', but I wanted to go flippin', because flippin' is funnier. Flippin' makes you think of flippers, which makes you think of penguins, and penguins are amusing. It also reminds you of when Benedict Cumberbatch could not say the word penguin. I don't know why. I think if someone had just written it down, like Gwyn, like Gwyn as in like Guinevere or whatever, or, you know, like, I think like he would have got it. But he just couldn't say it, because I think he just kept looking at the word as one whole word. Because, oh, pro tip if you're a voice actor, or interested in voice acting, by the way. If you ever... hang on, I need to, like, burp or hiccup here. If you ever need to... if you ever, like, struggle with a word, and you keep, like, mispronouncing it or something, the excellent trick you can do is if you write out the word like more phonetically, it can really help you. So for example, say if you keep saying like the phrase to us, and the director says, no, you need to say to us, and you keep saying it to us, to us, to us, to us, to us, right? If you, on your script, I mean, this is harder with like iPads and spreadsheets and all the other stuff, but still, it's still kind of doable. You could always ask your engineer, hey, could you just, like, change that and then change it back afterwards when I get it? If you change the T-O into the number 2, you would never say, like, "ta" if you saw the word, if you saw 2 written down, like, as a number, right? Oh, hang on. Nope. Oh, just shiny from a distance. These shinies from a distance are killing me. Okay, there are loads of Pokemon spawning that are not Vivillon here. I need to, like, go back to the corner, I think. Oh, come on. Come on, Vivillon. Like, can you stop, like, turning around as well? Because it does slow down the process. I, like, have to look at all of these, like, up close. And then, like, there are ones behind me, which I can't see what's going on with any of these ones behind me, right? Like, I can't see if they're good or not. Okay, that one I can tell is not good. But, like, the ones that turn around, they could be shiny. Like, I really could have missed a shiny by now. There is a strong possibility that I have missed one. But to my knowledge, I, like, haven't, you know? But obviously, yeah, well, of course, I wouldn't know I've missed one. But I feel like we've been, like, inspecting them. You know, Inspector Clouseau. Like, closer, I don't know. Okay, come on. Come on! Right, have we despawned? Have we successfully despawned? And with that, we have successfully despawned every Vivillon. But how did I do? If you understood that reference, kudos. Okay, let's have a look at these Vivillon. How long do we have left? 9 minutes. We've got 9 minutes to go. Oh, hang on. Oh my gosh, guys, we're like 20 seconds away from the Tenchi number. We have to do this for Tenchi. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Get them in quickly. We have to do this for Tenchi's sake. Okay, we're actually ironically not even spawning any Vivillon now, let alone, like just, like, a good Vivillon. Okay, we're going to have to go left. We're going to have to go along the beach, because this is the only place they're spawning. Okay, we're going to go back this way now. Okay, there are now more of them spawning this way, but now there's a load of Combi and Vespiquen, which means we're probably not going to see any of them. Oh, my gosh. But see, like, that one over there is turned around, and I can't be bothered to, like, run over there and look at it. But again, it's that thing where it's like, if a shiny... Oh, hang on. If a shiny Vivillon appears in the woods and you're not looking at it, was it really there? Like, that's kind of my issue here. It's like, well, look, the ones I can actually inspect, I'm inspecting them. And I feel like we have inspected the, like, you know, 700 number or whatever it is. Like, we've seen a lot of Vivillon. We've once again passed the Tenchi number. We've failed Tenchi. The salty golden pick sandwich has failed. No! Has, like, failed us. Despawn shiny Vivillon is not real. It can't hurt you. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. But anyway. Good Dinosaur. I don't know. Good Dinosaur. It's an okay film. Again, I'm just so curious about what that original film looked like. What they recorded. What did they do? They had a movie. I think they had a whole, like, I think they had a whole movie in terms of the audio. And it's like, well, then why did they like change it? And it's kind of why the film. I think it is kind of why the film turned out okay, because they kind of did this weird, like U-turny thing, and they sort of made a whole different movie, but they still did it with like the same deadlines in mind. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird. And they replaced John Lithgow, Jeffrey Wright, and I like Jeffrey Wright. He's a very good actor, but again, and he was good in that role. But I think they still had Frances McDormand as the mum, but I just don't think she like did anything in the final movie. She like didn't do a whole lot, and then they had some sisters and stuff, but they weren't Neil Patrick Harris or Bill Hader or anything. So I don't know, just I don't know. I'm so curious about what happened with that movie. Why did they like change it? Why did they go back and be like, we're gonna make a whole new movie? I remember as well they announced a movie called like Newt or something like that, and it was gonna be about newts, and then they like never made that either. Don't know what happened with that one. Maybe it was just too similar to some other movie they had. Again, I mean, maybe that's what happened with Good Dinosaur. Maybe they're like, we have this thing, and there's going to be this actor called Chris Pratt who's going to take over the world and become Super Mario. You know. Again, I say that like in a joking way. I liked Chris Pratt as Mario. Sorry if that offends anyone. I think like for the Mario they were going for, he was like good as that Mario. I'm not saying he is like good. I'm not saying he is like good Mario, like good as Mario, but I'm saying he is like a good Mario, or good as that Mario. For what they were going for, I thought he did good at that kind of thing. But yeah, but like in Onward, I thought he was really good in Onward. It's funny, like the overlap between his Onward character and Star-Lord. Not that they are like very similar character-wise, but just in terms of like what happened to the character. Okay, that one looked really shiny from a distance. I knew it wasn't. As I got closer and closer, I could tell that's not shiny. But oh gosh, okay. Kramin, hi. A reminder, we kind of just ignore any flagged messages that are just too many emojis. Yes, yeah, oh gosh. Do we need a shortcut for that, Kramin? I think we need, I think we need a shortcut for that, don't we? We need like exclamation point sparkles or something like that, don't we? Just to kind of like explain, please only do, like when Beau asks for stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars, please only put, or like please only put like 3, 4, or 5 emojis when Beau asks for, you know, e.g. stars and sparkles emojis. Because yeah, I think we just need like a shortcut for that, so we don't have to like explain it every time. And yeah, and if it's like, oh no, someone did too many, we better like unflag that. We're probably not gonna bother with it, because it's like, we got better things to do, guys. But Kramin, hi, good evening. Happy Michael Owen's birthday day. Did you hear me tell the Michael Owen story, Kramin? Did you hear me tell the story? Do you want me to tell it again? Everyone in chat is like, no, Beau, no. Loads of you don't even know who Michael Owen is, and you never will. There is a funny clip. One thing I will just say, there is this funny clip of Michael Owen. He did like some kind of, you know, one of these things where like they sporty things where they like release it on home video back in the day or whatever. And they had this like Michael Owen thing, and it's basically like him training kids and teaching kids like little football techniques and exercises you can do, and it's like, if you do these things, you too could become a professional footballer like me someday. And when I say football, I mean soccer, but when I say soccer, I mean football, because it's the one where you kick the ball, dag nabbit. And then and so, you know, it's one of these things, but like they have him like demonstrating this like exercise or whatever, and like, you know, so it's like, right, you're gonna like cross the ball to me, and then you're gonna like shoot at the goal or whatever. So it's like, right, so one of you guys just be the person who like crosses the ball, and then I'll like shoot at the goal. And there's just like a kid as like the goalkeeper, like a 9-year-old child, and this is like a, you know, early 20s something year old man at the time or whatever, and like there's like this child as like the goalkeeper, you know, it's like a full-size professional goal, and like this like tiny 9-year-old goalkeeper, and this poor kid is just having like a professional footballer just like pummel footballs like past him, at him, whatever. And it's just like quite funny. Oh, I saw a clip of it like a couple of years ago because I think I kind of remember the video or something. I don't think I ever had the video, but I kind of remember the video. And then I just saw this clip of him like pelting footballs at this poor kid. And it was just kind of funny. The YouTube auto flag limit is 20, you think. Cramming, don't give him any more than 5. 5 is fine. But yeah, we don't need any more than like 5. Busy with work on holiday stuff. But yeah, anyway, Bug. But yeah, so do we have to turn Michael Owen pummeling footballs into a 9-year-old kid, like into one of our channel member emotes someday? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, chat. The emotes, they're gonna happen. So why am I doing that like a certain president? They're gonna happen, folks. They're gonna happen. Anyway, pardon me. Right, okay, let's do this thing. They're gonna happen. They're gonna be more beautiful than any emote you've ever seen. Beautiful, beautiful. People, a man came up to me the other day, tears in his eyes, said, "Sir, your emojis, your emotes, they made me cry. I showed them to my wife, and she made love to me in a way that she never has in the entirety of our marriage." Like, you know. But yeah, sorry. They're gonna be very good emotes. I'm just saying. When we do get the channel membership thing someday, they're gonna be good. Okay. Okay. The Pokemon president. There is only one Pokemon president, and his name is Mr. President. Everyone 07 Abomasnow, the Mr. President. And then, but yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh no, I'm beginning to yawn, guys. That's not good. Emotes, more like boats. I don't know. But okay. But no. Abomasnow, I think, is the most presidential Pokemon because there's Snowbarmer and Snowbiden. Like when you got a Pokemon that fits 2 lines with 2 presidents like that, and maybe there's another Pokemon that, you know, fits them. Maybe there's a Pokemon that fits Calvin Coolidge perfectly, but like, guys, like, do we really, like, to be honest, there's a part of my brain, because of how tired I am, there's a part of me which is like, is Calvin Coolidge a president, or did he, like, design fancy underwear? Like, that's, do you know what I mean? Like, but if you say Snowbarmer, there's no doubt that you're talking about a president. At least in the year 2024. You're not going to be thinking, did Barack Obama, wait, was he a president, or did he design fancy underwear? You're not thinking about it. You're not thinking about it, guys. He might have been president and designed fancy underwear, but he hasn't done... But, you know, it's not an either or. It's either a both or it's one or both, but not neither and not the other. But hang on, let's see. There is a set list of words, phrases they flag. Oh, is this like YouTube, or is it like, or do you mean that I have created a list? Because I didn't think YouTube, I don't know. We've like had a lot of words where like they've snuck through where like I haven't written them, but where like YouTube hasn't flagged them. So, oh no, 4 sandwiches. Okay, hang on. I just need to check this Vivillon to make sure it's not shiny. Oh my gosh. Okay, sandwich number 5. Oh my gosh. YouTube does have a list. Okay, well, no offense, they didn't do a very good job at having a list. Unless my words that I added onto it, like, I don't know. Unless the words I added onto it, like, were ones they already had, but I'm pretty sure I've seen people, like, just swear in chat. And I'd be like, I would not allow that word. Like, there is no reason for, like, to be honest, there is no reason for, like, the F word to be on like an acceptable list, you know. I know, like, for some people it's not as bad a word as for others, but, like, let's just face it, generally that should not be a word that should be allowed in a chat. And when I say the F word, I don't mean the Gordon Ramsay cookery program from from 15 years ago. I'm talking about that other one. You know the one I mean, but we're not saying it here at Beau Games. Okay. Oh, so I've definitely seen some stuff that you were happy YouTube flagged. Oh, well, feel free to let me know if I ever don't have them on my list. But then again, if YouTube is flagging them, then maybe I don't need to add them. Actually, it's just more the ones that sneak through, aren't they? Kevin has weirdly snuck a couple in, inadvertently. But I think, though, speaking of Kevin, we need to not betray him. I said I was going to go with the gold pick, but I think we need to make the difficult sandwich. We need to do the, we need to make the difficult sandwich. We need to believe in Kevin the way that Kevin never believed in any of us. Like, where is he now? In bed, probably, because he's on a different time zone. Okay, right. Let's get the hamburger. Come on, that was like hardly touching the tomatoes, and yet it still kind of goes nutsoid. Right. Oh, okay. Okay, this is a good start. This is a promising start, okay? Right, 1 and 2 and 3. Right, and then the onion. Okay, no pressure here, but hang on, I want to get this right. Hang on. Oh my gosh. That might be... I'm taking a picture of it now, just because I'm worried about this bread. Oh my god. That... Chat. Okay. If they reward you shinies for how perfect your sandwich is, then that is, like, the best one of these sandwiches we've ever made. That is, like, the best one. Hang on, we gotta get the picture when it goes onto the screen. Okay. If we do not get this, that is profoundly unfair. Profoundly unfair. If we only praise Kevin the entire time, it will shine. No, I think we have to hold our praise for Kevin hostage, Tenchi. I think we can only praise Kevin once we get a shiny. Because I think we've been nice to Kevin, and it's because of our being nice to Kevin. That's why these Vivillon are holding out on us. We were talking about how he's been like a fan from the beginning, and and all this lovely stuff. But like, no, we're not going to trash him. But we're going to hold out on our kindness for Kevin. This Christmas, you can be kind to Kevin for just £2 a month. No, we're holding off. We're not giving £1 for Kevin until he gives us a shiny. He's asleep right now. He has no idea any of this is going on. He's not going to catch up and watch this. Well, actually, no, maybe he might. Who knows? The point is that no, Kevin, we're not being hostage to your shiny luck anymore. We're going to find our own Vivillon with blackjack. And you know, if you know Futurama, you know how the rest of that quote goes. I'm not saying it, though. Okay. So here we go. Let's beat this thing. Oh, Vivillon, get out of here. Vespiquen, sorry. Vespiquen, get out of here. Chat, how long do you think this will take? Right, we're at 29 minutes, okay? Just under 29 minutes. How long do you think this will take? Okay, Sarah Ledge, we can't have you do the glitch thing, my friend. Like, no, no! Come on. If he actually does watch this. Kevin, if you are watching this, comment in the chat, Fruity Pebbles, in big capital letters. Tenchi, don't you give him any ideas. Don't you dare, like, DM him and be like, psst, Kevin, you know it'd be really funny if you type in chat Fruity Pebbles, because I'm going to give him an extra secret coded message that only he will understand, okay? Right? So, Kevin. 1-1. Blubbity blue. And only Kevin will understand that. If you're thinking, Beau, you're just making that up so that I don't actually message Kevin and give him the secret ingredient. Crunka-lunka to be the deviant. Kevin's the one with the secret ingredient. Then I'm just going to say you're a liar. Chat, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm very tired. It's been a long day. Like, in a good way. It's been a good, long day. I have had a nice... Today is one that, like, whenever I, like, hang out with a friend, it always reminds me that I should hang out with a friend more. But then I remember that I'm poor and I'm kind of almost at a point now where I have like no money in my bank account. Like when I say like I am closer to zero than I've ever been, I mean I am closer to zero than I have ever been. Like since moving here. Like that's how bad things are getting right now. Can't be no. Ugh. But so I like can't afford to like, you know, have friends right now. And so the point is that, but days like today when I do get to like see a friend and chat to a friend, it's really nice, and I do like it. And for as much as I'm like, I am an introvert and I can cope without anyone, I can cope without anyone, but it is nice when you have someone, like, you know, there's the quote, like, no man is an island. No, man can be an island, but it's just, your life is kind of better when you're not an island. And every time you are reminded, like, oh, there's a little peninsula, it's nice. It's nice. Okay, come on, Vivillon! This is supposed to be me distracting you so that you would shine. I was trying to be all sappy and emotional so that you would shine. It didn't work. Okay. Ugh. Chat, we're all going to go around the table and say our favorite thing about Kevin. No, it's just like his puns and his wit and his support. Okay, like that's a boring question. What is our favorite thing about... No, okay. No, hang on. Oh gosh, I'm getting tired. Okay, actually I'm getting tired now. Oh no. Oh god, it's gone past 10 p.m? Oh no. Oh no, this isn't good. Guys, because I like need to do like... Oh wait, hang on, you. This is the shiny! Okay, that actually is way more deceptive than I thought. I do not like how similar to regular Vivillon that looks. Oh my gosh, we did it. Okay, we did it. Oh my gosh. I was so worried I was going to have to do like a 13-hour stream there, like legit. Like, guys, I have laundry I need to do tomorrow, okay? We have probably run past a shiny Vivillon. Like, legit. Okay, bug buzz. Bug buzz, 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 bug buzz. Oh my gosh. Like, that was not that noticeable. I'm sorry. We have had other Vivillon where they really pop. That was not that noticeable. Okay. It used bug buzz so we can spore it. Spore? More like a snore. Okay, Kieran, how long do you have before you need to go? Because we did only just start this shiny, but I am maybe willing to, like, do the Union Circle earlier if you need to, like, you know, if you need to, like, leave soon. We could just do Union Circle very quickly in a sec, and then, you know, and get you your thing. Because we are quite early into this sandwich. We'll need to see if we've only got like if we've got something like 10 minutes left on the sandwich. I would rather like see if see how many we can find for like hilarity's sake. Okay. Well, Kieran, what if we caught you an extra one and just traded it to you? So I think no, it wouldn't have your original trainer name, would it? Yeah, hang on. We'll check the... Okay. We'll check the time. It's 24 minutes. Oh my god, we got it in 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. We got it in 6... That's all it took. 6 minutes. Why couldn't have we got this 7 minutes ago? Okay. Does anyone need a Union Circle? Kieran, we're going to do Union Circle. We're going to do it very quickly. You're just going to catch one and that's it. And make sure you've got a good Pokemon to catch it with, okay? I'm not going to mess around. We're going to do Union Circle right now. Okay. Because we do already have one of these. So, okay. Kieran, we're going to go online. If anyone else is missing one, do not join this Union Circle if you already have one of these. This is just for people who don't already have one. Vivillon, Vivillon. Hopefully this does not get rid of my sandwich. If it does, then I guess we're going to call this a night. But we're doing this for Kieran and his mum and her phone. Okay. Oh, come on, lag. No, don't do the laggy text. Don't do the laggy text. Why did I have one day where I didn't have laggy text, and then every day I've had laggy text since? Okay. Here we go. Right, so 7YL63Q. That's 7, you loser. 63. Question? Okay. But we're going to do this quickly. We're not going to be like, oh, well, you have a sandwich up. Can I try and get a shiny? No. We're getting one Vivillon. Right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do this thing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Chat, I'm so tired. But we did it, guys. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. We did do it. So that's something, right? That's something. Okay. Kieran, you might actually have the benefits of the sandwich for the next like 20 minutes. So after we disconnect, check if you still have the effects of the sandwich in your game. And if you do, try and get some shinies. Find a place where some bugs spawn. Do you know what I want to recommend? Go to Area 0. Go to, like, the opening area of Area 0. You can get, like, Masquerain and, like, Slitherwing or whatever. I can't remember. Like, just find a place where there are some bugs, okay? Find a place where bugs spawn. Go and find a bajillion of them. No! I didn't bump into you! Don't you do it, Kilowattrel. Wait, the sandwich effect is gone? No! Oh, or are you saying once we disconnect? Oh. I thought if you have a sandwich active, but then, like, I disconnect, you... Okay, I think there is a thing, or at least there used to be a thing, where, like, if I made a sandwich, we connected, and then I left the group, you would still have the sandwich. But that... Okay, I found one! There's one right here. There is one right here. You get that one. Get it nice and quickly, and then I'm disbanding this group. Oh, okay, lots of Vivillon... Why are loads of Vivillon spawning now? Oh, it's because I have the sandwich. That's why. Okay, I'm going to see if there are any shinies. If we find any, then, like, Kieran's welcome to them. But once Kieran catches it, I'm disbanding. I know in theory, in-game theory, I can disconnect now that Kieran has found one. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to make sure Kieran definitely gets this. And then we'll make, like, Harry McIntyre and finish the shiny sandwich hunt and then get out of here. Okay, so... Oh, Kieran, you got it. Yay. Okay, so Kieran got the Vivillon. Okay, excellent. So we are going to... Actually, I'm going to save my game because I don't know if I saved my game yet. But chat, I have successfully got 12 Vivillon live on camera. Right, I think Kieran's maybe trying to catch another one, so I'm going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Discard. Okay, so there we go. Kieran, enjoy your Vivillon that you missed. I had actually caught an extra one for you that I was going to trade you and be like, Merry Christmas, but now you've actually just got one, so. Right, disconnect. Disconnect. We are disconnecting from the internet. Right, chat, how many more shinies do you think I'm going to get in the remaining 19, 20 minutes? Oh, well, I think it actually froze my sandwich time. That was kind of nifty. We got 21 minutes to go, -1. We got 21 minutes to go, -1. And if you really want to know and you really want to show, you got 21 minutes before you gotta go. Chat, how many... Okay, chat, here's my question. How many shiny Vivillon do you think I missed? And when I say missed, I don't mean if they were like... If it was like, I did this and one ever so slightly spawned while I was not on screen. But how many do you think I kind of... potentially kind of sort of looked at, but then, like... didn't but then like somehow didn't see, or like I didn't realize that the color actually was indeed white, because I don't know if it's because, again, here's the thing, it is quite a slow process of like checking these, so it is entirely possible it did just take that long. Again, say if like loads of Espeon were spawning, right? Say if we had a psychic sandwich and like Espeon were spawning, if, like, a load of Espeon were spawning, like, you would very easily be able to see if there's a shiny, even from a distance, because you'd see bright green. I know that there's grass everywhere, so maybe it'd be a bit harder, but, like, you could be, like, pink, 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 pink. You can see right away. Pink, 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 pink. Oh, that one's green. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy, right? So, like, for something like an Espeon, that's easy. But, like, when you have, like, this, you do have to kind of inspect them all. And when you do that, it's way slower. Like, I am having to kind of run up to these to see if they are shiny. I have to wait for them to at least, like, look sideways. So I don't know. Maybe I haven't missed any. Maybe it did just take that long. Like, maybe on a tougher hunt, it just takes 3 or 4 or 5. Rather than, you know, like 1 or 2. I think on some of the easier ones, it does only take 1 or 2, you know? But, like, maybe on more difficult ones where, like, the body is all white or they have white on their wings, yeah, you gotta check and you gotta see, and it's like, oh, you know, I guess it just takes longer when it's harder to see, so I don't know. It's possible. So it is possible I could have missed one. Again, we had the one that was under the tree the other day. And admittedly, when they're under the tree, it's quite hard to tell. But I can tell both of those are not shiny from behind. Like, I can see that they're not shiny. So, I don't know. And look, right here, I'm looking at all these. No, I literally counted off all of those. None of those were shiny, even the one in the distance. I saw the black on its face. It was definitely not shiny. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, I just realized. Oh, I'm not going to be able to watch J-Rose and Mudra Bread today. And I'm probably not going to be able to catch up on all my political stuff today because I've probably missed up on too many of them. But then again, there's less political stuff on the weekend, so. Okay. But guys, gals, non-binary pals, we have successfully now got 12 out of 18, 2/3 of Vivillon live on stream. We are not, I repeat, not. We are not. We are not doing 5 sandwiches for another again. And I don't mean, like, oh, if we get to 4, I'm not doing a 5th on camera. No. We are just going to be so lucky and so fortunate and so good at hunting that, like, we are only going to need 1 or 2 sandwiches for every single Vivillon we have left, okay? I vow to you, every single one is going to take... We are not using more than 2 sandwiches. And again, that's not me saying, oh, if I get to 2 sandwiches, I'm stopping the stream. It's like, no, we are going to get all the others so quickly and effectively that, like, we are, you know... we see that, you know... oh, yeah, maybe some stars and sparkles and 4-leaf clovers, I don't know. But some Friday the 13th belated 4-leaf clovers. I don't know. We passed Friday the 13th, but... Just for those who didn't do Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th, expand your Friday the 13th well wishes onto me. Okay, let's see what we got here. But look, I can see the black on these. They're not... I mean, I suppose the problem is that they do have the black eyes. So it's like maybe it's possible to mistake the black eyes for like an entire black face. But I just don't... But it's the body as well. It's not just the face. Like, I'm looking at the face and the body. I'm trying to look at, like, the eyes and the gap between the eyes. Like, if I look right up close to this guy, yeah, they have the white on the eyes, but they got the grey there as well. So I think... it is entirely possible that just I didn't miss one. It just takes... When you're being a bit more cautious, you're probably not spawning in as many. Because, like, here's the thing, right? Say if the odds are, like, I don't know. Say if the odds are, like, 1 in 500. Let's just say it's, like, 1 in 500. We need to look at 500 Vivillon. The idea is, if you have, like, 1 in... I need to kind of, like, figure out the maths for this. But basically... If you have something like a 1 in X number, right? The higher that X number is, if you sort of say, okay, 1 in X, what are the odds that I achieve that thing at least once after I do it X times? So, oh, here's a 1 in 100 chance. What are the odds I get it after 100 goes? I do the thing 100 times. What are the odds that I have succeeded at the thing at least once, right? That question, or I've done this thing 200 times. It's a 1 in 200 chance. I've done it 200 times. what are the odds that I have it at least once? Like, if you take that question, I've done a thing a certain number of times, that's a 1 in a certain number of times odds of happening, it's about a 64%. Like, that's the number. Like, that's the number it trends to, that, like, 1 over... I do a thing that's a 1 over X probability, X times, what are the odds that I would have it? It's like 64%. It trends to, like, some kind of 64% number. There's, like, some maths there, but let's not get into that. So, basically, it's like, you know, yeah, say if we spawn 500 Vivillon, you know... If we do that, if say if it's like the odds of 1 in 500, if we look at 500 Vivillon, yeah, 2 out of 3 days, we're going to have the shiny. But on that third day, you know, we're not going to have a shiny, right? Just mathematically, according to that thing I just said, whatever you want to call that. The percentage of expectation. You know, 2/3 of the time, yeah, we're going to have it. But that 1/3 of the time, we're not. And maybe today... You know, maybe the fact that we have, like, if we do about 6 shiny hunts a week, and, like, 4, I would say quite consistently as well, to add further to this, guys, would you say that we've done 2 weeks of these Vivillon hunts, right? We've done 6 Vivillon hunts a week, right? I would say about 2 of them each week have sucked, right? Like, that's what I would say. So, like, the icy wind sucked. And then the meadow one sucked. And then what was... Oh, and the sandstorm one kind of sucked, right? And then I think there was another one during the first week that kind of sucked as well. But, like, I think the first 2... although, on the first stream, didn't we get that on, like, the second sandwich? It was just quite late into the second sandwich. I can't remember. But I think we've had, like, 3 or 4 times where we've needed 3 or 4 or 5 sandwiches, right? So those are, like, the sucky ones. And maybe just mathematically, those are, like, the sucky ones. So, Louis, hi, welcome. But are people really not understanding what I say? Dang it. Well, anyway, the point is if you say... I'll do the TLDR form. Let's say the odds of getting a shiny Vivillon when I have the sandwich up and the shiny charm and everything is 1 in 500. You could sort of say, okay, so if you spawn 500 Vivillon, you would kind of expect to get a shiny, right? And so, and basically, when you work out the maths of that, 2/3 of the time, that is true. About 2/3 of the time, if you spawn 500 Vivillon with a 1 in 500 chance of a shiny, yeah, 2/3 of the time you would get a Vivillon. But 1/3 of the time, you wouldn't. It would take longer than that. And maybe, you know, again, I feel like 1 in every 3 of our hunts have sucked. I would say that, probably. You know, the second one we did, where I needed to make 4 sandwiches, yeah, that sucked. This one, where I've needed to make 5 sandwiches, yeah, it sucked. The marine one we did the other day, where we needed to make 4 sandwiches, that sucked. And I think there was another one where we needed to make 4 sandwiches, or we got it, like, on the 3rd sandwich or something. There was another one that was kind of tough as well, like the sandstorm or something. That one sucked. I would say, out of our, like, 12 or 13 shiny hunts, we would expect to have about 4 sucky ones. And I think we've had about 4 sucky ones. And it probably means, unfortunately, what this means is that in the final week of Vivillon hunting, which will be kick off tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. here at Beau Games, what this all means... Okay, we're nearly at the 908, so let's get another shiny for Tenchi's sake. But what this all means is that we have 1 more week of Vivillon shiny hunting to go, 6 left to get. If you haven't liked the video, please like the video, because we got the shiny. What this all means is, you know, we have 6 shiny hunts left. We can probably kind of expect 2 of them to kind of suck, just mathematically. Like, there probably are going to be, like, 2 of them that suck, unfortunately. But that means that 4 of them are not going to suck. 4 of them are going to be great. Connor Watt, yes, you missed the shiny. We got the shiny. We're actually on our, like, 5th sandwich, Connor Watt. This has not been a fun one. I knew I would regret this. I knew that I would regret. Let's do a shiny that I already have again. It sucked before, but maybe it won't suck this time. No, it sucked this time. It sucked even worse. This went even worse than when we didn't know what we were doing. It still sucked. But we did make that perfect sandwich, and the perfect sandwich did work, didn't it? So, hey, maybe we just need to make our sandwiches better in the future. Who knows? Okay, let's have a look at everything. Right, no. So, has anyone heard of Desert Rain Frog's Scream? No, I have not. Okay. I'm getting tired. We failed Tenchi again, but oh well. Tenchi, I'm too tired to be sorry that we failed you. I'm sorry. You can have some temper for that if you like, but we'll try and make it up another time. Okay, here we go, guys. Right, I'm gonna ride on Koraidon, and then I'm gonna get off Koraidon because we actually don't want to do that. But I just wanted to get past all those poor me and poor Mo and poor Mots because they were annoying me. They were bugging me. Get it? Because we made a bug sandwich. We're hunting for a bug Pokemon. And please don't leave. Like the video. Like the video before I go mad. Mad, I say. Okay. But so chat. So we'll be back at... So tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday. We are going to be doing the Dynamax Strike streams at 12 p.m. midday. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is wait for it. Hang on. So we're gonna do 12 p.m. aka midday. This is like PT Los Angeles time. Okay. So just look up Los Angeles time if you don't know what that means for you. But again, a lot of you guys have been watching for a long time, so I kind of feel like you should know, like, when I stream and what that is in relevance to you. That's how my brain works. Like, I know when my favorite YouTubers, like, upload, even though they're on different time zones and stuff. But yeah. So, tomorrow at 12 p.m. PT, I will be back for the Dynamax Strike streams. So I will be back for that. And then at 7:30 p.m. we will be back for more Vivillon. Okay, so I will be back for more Vivillon. I'm looking forward to it. Or am I? I don't know. But we got 6 more to go. We're 2/3 of the way through. We're entering our final week of the Vivillon streams. 1 more week to go. Of Vivillon shiny hunting, which kicks off tomorrow. I know Sunday is actually the last day of the week, not the first day of the week, but Sunday, for the purposes of Vivillon, Sunday is the first day, okay? And then, yeah. Louis will be in school. What? But it's Sunday. But okay. And then, oh, hang on. Connor, what? It's official. Icy Snow shall rank last place in my Vivillon pattern ranking someday. I mean, for shiny hunting, they're definitely last place. They suck. And apparently Marines suck as well. How dare they make the actual French Vivillon suck to hunt somehow. Okay. But the point is, the Vivillon. But the point, sorry, I now need to look at every single one of these and inspect them closely. But the point is that, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We're into our final stretch. So who do we have? Let's try and think of them off the top of my head without looking. Okay, there's the High Plains Californian one, obviously. I have big plans for that. We have the Sun one, which is from Mexico. We have the oh, what was it? We have the Marine one, which is the Spanish one, and like other parts of Europe, but I'm gonna get one from Spain, I think. And then hopefully we don't end up with like an accidental other meadow one or something. But yeah, no. So there are hold on. Wait for it. Nope. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're in the land down under. Oh, you reminded me. The river. I need the river one. That's one of the ones I've been holding back on. The river one. The river one. So that's like 4. So I said like California High Plains, the marine in Spain that's mostly on the plains, the river one. So that's 3. And then what? Oh, so the sun from Mexico. That's 4. I think we just ran out, right? Oh no, 4 minutes left. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't feel like we were done in time, but I was like, why are we seeing so many Pormo? No, we'll see. Basically, it's when you start seeing Floette, that's when you know you're at the end, because we don't see Floettes when we have these sandwiches up. It's the Floettes that are the sign of like, oh, okay, this thing is over. But yeah, no. Oh gosh. So that's 4. Oh, what are the other ones? Oh, we haven't done the Japanese elegant one. Oh, wouldn't it to be elegant? And then what is the other one that I have not thought of? Oh, what is it? What is it? Because I think I have now done all the ones I listed as hard. I may have listed the... Oh, and then the other American one. The modern one. Because we haven't done the modern one, which is like the red one. So, that's kind of nifty. It's kind of nifty while Rick and Morty get swifty. So yeah, we just need the modern one. I like the modern one. I think that one will be quite easy to shiny hunt. I think that one will be okay. So maybe we need to get... I think we need to get that and the marine one done. Just because those could be like misconstrued for like other Vivillon. Like I could look at them and send the postcard and then they could turn out to be ones we already have, which I'm a bit nervous about. But I think if we... I think, though, that if we do... Yeah, so if I rank the remaining ones, I think the modern should be pretty easy. I think the High Plains will be alright. The Mexican one could go either way. And the river one kind of could as well. The river one's kind of got, like, dark on its wings, but I don't know if that'll make it, like, harder or easier or something. It might actually be okay. I think the marine one could be hard, because if that has any white on it, like, if it's, like, blue, light blue and white, that could be a problem. But yeah, I think the Mexican sun one could be a problem, and maybe that's the one we need to have as, like, our Wednesday choice. I think that or river should be our Wednesday choice. Maybe like, but then maybe we should save like a Sunday one. Like maybe we should do like Mexico tomorrow, because tomorrow is Sunday and I'll have like the whole evening. I don't really have anything lined up for Monday. Oh, we'll have to figure this out. Maybe I need to do like Mexico and river on like Sunday and Wednesday, and then we could do like the modern on... Well, the marine could be hard, though. Maybe I need to do marine tomorrow, marine and modern on Sunday and Monday, and then, I think the river might actually be okay, so maybe we could do the river on, like, Tuesday, and then we could do the Mexican one on, like, Wednesday, because Wednesday's the one where I don't have the benefit of being able to turn off the light and hunt in the dark, but, like, I do have the extra benefit of time. I do have, like, an extra half hour or so of like reasonable time before I need to go. But then again, guys, if I had done this shiny hunt on a Wednesday, I would have had to have stopped, because I would have needed to have gone and fed the kittens. So maybe hard ones. Maybe we should try and do an easier one on a Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday is the day we do it. Maybe Wednesday is the day we do modern, because that would be the easier one. Maybe we do like marine. Maybe we do, like, marine, river, Mexico, and then modern or something. I don't know. And then we could do, like, elegant and high plains. Japanese and California. Oh, Floettes! That means it's the end. Chat, guys. Okay, so does anyone not have... I know we already did a Union Circle. But does anyone not have an Icy Snow Vivillon who has joined chat who needs one? Otherwise, I'm getting out here. I think there are some parts of Australia which have something different than the river, so you need to be kind of careful, but the person who I have from Australia is, like, from the river part. So that's like how I got river, so I should be fine. Oh, darkness, you need one. Okay, we'll set up a union circle very, very quickly here. Right, I'm going to save the game. We didn't get any more. We only got the one. Okay, save the game. We'll connect to the internet. We're going to do a very, very, very quick union circle here, though. I cannot emphasize how quick this is going to go. Okay, right, so Poke Portal. Union circle. And once Darkness, my old friend, gets in, I'm going to count down from 10 seconds. So you have like 10 seconds to either get in the group or let me know that you're trying to get in the group. So, okay, HQ30PG. So at headquarters 30 parental guidance. That is your code. Let me know if you're trying to join. Like, you know, because Darkness is joining. Is like Conowat trying to join? I don't know. So yeah, let me know. Otherwise, we'll make like Harry McIntyre and get the puck out of here. Okay, I don't know why this has taken a while. This should be quite straightforward and easy. Okay, there we go. 2. Is there anyone else trying to join? 10. I'm serious. I'm not going to mess around or anything. If you're like, oh, I didn't get it, I'm not setting up another lobby, okay? So, 10, 9, 8. This is also why it's important to watch the videos live, by the way. Headquarters, 30. Rated PG. Lol. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so if anyone's like, oh, can I, like, no, I really just tried to let everyone in. Like, this is it. This is the one. Okay. So here we go. Because I think that was plenty of time. I think that was fair. It would only be if you weren't watching live. And what do I always say, guys? Watch the video live if you want to play along. Okay, and that is like a true rule for anything. Okay, like not just for me. Why does my character do that very weird wave? Is that like some weird setting I have on my character, where it's like my character's like the enthusiastic model? I hate that wave. It's so silly. Right, let's go to There Must Be More Than North Provincial Life. Not for the next 6 days, there's not, I'm afraid. Right, Vivillon. Right, here we go. So let's go. Let's ride. We don't have a sandwich set up. Right. So we'll have to just hope we get lucky with Vivillon spawning. Alright, there's a chancey. Destroy every last one of them. Okay, there we go. So Darkness, where are you, my old friend? Ah, there you are. Coming up from behind. In case any Vivillon spawn behind me. That's smart. That's using the old noodle. Okay. So, Fluid. Oh, Fluid. Right, come on. We don't have time for Ewan McGregor Beauty and the Beast references. Oh, here we go. Found one. I found one by the water in the corner. Yes, do it, Darkness. Do it. And then go make some friends in Alaska so you never need me to help you again. Okay. But it does say Alaska has some polar Pokemon. So I don't know why... I don't know why my particular friend has icy snow. But maybe I guess just some parts of Alaska are still icy snow. I mean, obviously it makes sense for it to be icy snow as well. Because it's like, it's snowy. But polar is also kind of something, right? Okay. So we're going to throw a Pokeball. Or no, we're using False Swipe, I think. And then we're going to Pokeball this thing. We're going to Pokeball this thing. Come on, everybody. Pokeball this thing. Come on, everybody. Oh, was that an Ultra Ball? We need net balls. Net balls. I'm going to spin. Spin. Okay, we got it. Oh, I was dizzy. Of course you'd be dizzy. Right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Union Circle. Disband the group. Thank you, Headquarters 30 PG rated. Parental guidance. Okay. So. Guys. Gals. Non-binary pals. That made it that made it so like I was talking about my binary pals, my non-binary pals as well. My binary pals and my non-binary pals. I love you dearly. It's been very fun hanging out with you. But it's also been hella exhausting. Not because of anything you guys did, but just these Vivillon are kind of tearing me apart. This was a terrible idea. I regretted it like half an hour into day 1. But we've still got 6 days to go. So we're going to see how this goes. No, but honestly, having you guys here is what has made it worth it. Just being able to share thoughts with you and discuss little things. I really do appreciate it. So, happy Michael Owen Snowman, the day they got Saddam day, yeah. So this has been really cool. I'll be back tomorrow with a what do we even say, a river, a modern marine. No, the marine. We're gonna do the marine because we did the French one, so let's do the Spanish one next, and we'll figure this out, guys. We'll figure it out together. Tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. But don't forget as well, we're doing Dynamax Adventures at midday. So I'll see you for Dynamax Adventures. I'll then feed some kittens, and then I'll be back for the Vivillon. Okay, so we've saved 50 bajillion times, and we're going to save one more time for good measure. You thought I was going to quit the game. No, we save here lots of times at Beau Video Games. And that is all. That is it. That is all. Take care. Lots of love. Enjoy your Saturday evening or your early hours of Sunday morning. And I'll see you tomorrow, or i.e. Sunday, for more. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.